Alrighty. What's up? How we doing tonight? What's up? What's up? How's it going, Ducky? How we doing? How we doing? Hopefully. Wonderful. What a throwback to be here. Oh, that's supposed to be up. You distracted me with your late comment. There's an easier way to just try. Easy enough. How we doing? Need my timer. Ever seen this base? Is this yours? Yes, this is my base. But I thought, well, we were letting people get in, joining and stuff. We would we'd do a little tour of my grounded 1 bases, and then we'll get into everyone else's. Yes, grounded 1 for tonight, showing off the craziest things we can possibly show off. Yes, I got the chat to work on stream as well, so now everyone that's on YouTube or Twitch can talk to each other at the same time. Took me ages, but I finally figured it out. Yeah. Hello. Hello, Crimson. Welcome in, a Thief. Chap, welcome. Yes, Twitch says hello to the YouTubers. What's up, Shep? Shep says hi word. Yeah, so we're gonna show off my grounded base. We'll do the Sandbox build, since I know a handful of people have probably seen that video and a handful of people have not. I do have the pagoda base, but I'm not gonna show my pagoda base because we're gonna show Velocity's recreation of it. So I think you'll get the gist of it from there. Plus, I've got like 5 tours on it on my channel, but I only have 1 of this. What's up? How's it going? Flying zombies, welcome, welcome. Now people can't talk with people on YouTube or Twitch knowing. True, true. Very true. So, tonight is going to be a chill base night review. Chill base review night. Jeez. Words. Wait, where's my... Oh, I have 3 tabs, that's why. Words are very hard, Lude. Welcome in, by the way. If you guys... So I wanted to do this. Can we... Pull. Yeah, please. Okay, okay, good, good. Yeah, it's so laggy. Doing. Give me 1 sec, sorry. What a pain. Well, I wanted to do poll, but ain't weird. I think we can do. Welcome in, Grim. How's it going, man? I guess I can't do a poll on here, but why can't you see them? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Perfect, Lude. Should we do these as base reviews and do like the full scoring thing, or should we just like chill night running through bases, talking about cool things, and not go the full like review of them? Because realistically, the majority of what we're going to see is probably on the level of 10 in terms of like scale and craziness of these builds. So it's like it kind of feels like scoring these is maybe a little redundant, potentially. So I'm kind of like, and the video, if we made these into videos, like these would be like, I'd have to make each one its own video. I think these are going to be like 30 minutes to an hour per, depending. I don't know everyone's base yet, so I can't say that 100%, but like Ludarav's is going to be a full ridiculousness. Chill. I like it. I'm down with chill. So we're going to show off my Sandbox build first. We'll do it a little quicker. I don't want to spend too much time on it. Vote on Twitch if you want to. Bathhouse time, yeah. So we'll show off mine first, since there was a handful of people that had never seen my sandcastle build, especially for the people who maybe are more people who haven't played Grounded 1 as well. So the people that didn't necessarily know me when I was little old. I'm still a little streamer, but when I first got started, we were really just streaming and doing randomness here with a handful of close friends. And so I have a feeling a lot of people maybe didn't see a lot of the streams of us building this stuff. So we'll show off mine, and I'll let you guys kind of finish the voting and stuff. But it seems like chill walk around is the way we'll be looking. So, waving to Lude from the dark side. Nice. Love it. Yeah, let me know how the chat looks for you guys. It's on my screen, it looks small, but let me know if the text is like the right size as well, or if you guys think it should be a little bigger or anything. We're testing things out. Oh, Lude's on the dark side too. Okay, so we'll just get into mine while the poll's still going and stuff. No worries. So yeah, this is my, originally, I guess, started off as a rebuilding the sandcastle was the concept, and then it sort of morphed into an entire city build, and it really got out of hand quick, but it was so freaking fun. Oh, it was so fun. I had so much fun with this. Chilling with everyone, just building away. It was very good. Wanted to ask you, how did your columns with quarter stone foundations? Which ones? Which columns? Quarter walls on the side? I guess, which spot, welcome in, by the way, Anzo. Which base, which location are you talking about? What is this website? What? Oh, YouTube. Midnight. It's about to be. Yeah, let's do a little sleepy. We'll be good to go. Yeah, so this project just kind of started for fun and then transformed when I started streaming into like this ridiculous, most epic base that I could come up with. So it was really good. On the exterior walls, I think of a temple. We'll probably see that. I'm guessing you're talking about the Grounded 1 build specifically, Anzo. I don't think we've done anything with like a stone columns that I can think of in Grounded 2. So I'm assuming this is a Grounded 1 thing with like ash cement. Are you blue on YouTube? I don't know, man. They were exterior walls. So we'll get into it. So this is the main crafting room. This was so much fun. The idea being that every single item in the game has its own chest. So it was a little bit ridiculous, but yeah, we got every single item in the game. These are all labeled too, which eventually show up, but there's so much that it just kind of hides. And then we got this cool, crazy structure. A big inspiration for this base was King's Landing from Game of Thrones, if you're a Game of Thrones nerd. So a lot of bits and pieces have been taken from those ideas, but I've also just had random ideas that have come up as we've gone too. So we've got the armor area. Oops. Don't go to you first person. Yeah. We have all the armor pieces shown off, every single one here. The idea of this city, I guess, in many ways, was a major inspiration, was to show off every single item in the game in some way, shape, or form, and make it as big and ridiculous as humanly possible. So, just a simple crafting area, nothing too insane. Reminds me of the House of the Undying. Yeah, we actually have that exact thing like built. in my own version of it. Yeah, so this was my main workshop castle. This thing turned out freaking awesome. Really happy. This was a lot of fun to make. There are quite a few grids within this city. It's kind of ridiculous, but there's lots of grids going on, lots of overlapping pieces and stuff. It's kind of insane. And it all just kind of organically happened. There was not a whole lot of planning in this. Each build just kind of got a spot, and it just kind of snowballed from there. But yeah, it worked out really well. Yeah, we got the main entrances here. This was just designed off of some cool idea I found on the internet and thought I could make my own version of that. And that's kind of what we did. Cool details. A lot of this is all just mushroom brick and ash cement. We got storage, like jerky racks, pallet storage for grass and weed stems in here as well. Just got all the functional things kind of out of my way. There's also a lot of kind of random passageways. I did my best Ludarav impersonation on this this world. For sure. I was very excited when Ludarav started building crazy things, and I was like, wait, I want crazy passages, words. Yeah, so much time spent in here, seriously. My OCD says I have to have all items in their own chest and in alphabetical order. Holy cow. Arte Ross, welcome in. If anyone doesn't know, Arte Ross is insane. Such cool builds. Sounds good, Backwoods. Thank you for sharing that. No worries, man. We got a ways to go. We're just showing off my stuff currently. We got our like Wizard's Tower design here. Another fun one. I actually do have this built as a video on my channel as well, or at least parts of it. It was really fun. Fun little techniques you could do that now you can't do anymore. We know he's weird. He's not weird. He's incredible. Yeah. Lots of fun doing these designs. Every build was sort of a new technique I was trying with combinations of old techniques and stuff. So there was a lot of just building upon ideas and stuff in here. We got like the Wizard's Tower. This is very much inspired by Ludarav. You miss being able to do those windows? Dude, I do too. Those were so freaking cool. Such a simple effect, but they look so nice. The armoires. Despise these stairs, though. Should have just made a bounce web elevator. We got the main space. So the main thing here was that everything was designed so the antlions that spawn in these areas don't spawn inside the base. So everything's built up to like trap them in these areas. Let's have the little entrance area and stuff. The same little kind of like repeated turret designs with these. Nothing too crazy, but just a handful of them. And everything here is built like directly over the sandcastle that was all here beforehand. So it was like my version of rebuilding it, what it would kind of look like. Got the main castle design straight up front. This thing was like where everything started. This was like the main build. This thing turned out so freaking cool. So many details in here that no one would ever see, except for me, and I just spent way too much time designing this. But man, was it fun. Kind of took inspirations from King's Landing and also Lord of the Rings and stuff with like these crazy turret design things. This is when you and I just stole idea after idea after idea off each other. Yeah, it was like a build competition between me and Ludarav, just like, okay, what can I take from Ludarav? Like, oh my gosh, that's a really cool design. I'm going to take that and also utilize it in my own way on my own build. And so we just kept like, it snowballed so crazily. You got the main throne room, little crafting storage area here that I never really ended up utilizing much. The main fancy staircase up here that was a bunch of fun. This is insane. Yeah, this is where we will get in Grounded 2. If you haven't seen my Grounded 1 stuff, this is where we're headed. Absolutely to this scale. It just takes a long time. This is 3,000 something hours. Here we have the President Showcase. So for people who ended up being president on the channel at some point, which we only did like 2 or 3. But the idea was that we would keep doing this until we had many, many presidents. But unfortunately, Grounded 1 just kind of stopped being a thing. Got a little chandelier design up there. Nothing too insane, but messing with anything and everything I could do. Mushroom bricks equal my precious golem boys. Yes, they really are. This whole game totally changes when you get mushroom bricks and ash cement to like combine with the other materials in the game. It just makes it so much better. The amount of options you have is so much fun. Shrooms. I can't do a Homer Simpson voice, but we got the cool cathedral type church space here. This was something that's sort of still a work in progress. We never quite finished detailing out this inside, but I was slowly figuring out how to make this kind of feel like the Great Hall in Harry Potter. So like having the floating lamps and the little candles and stuff all floating above, and then there was going to be chairs and tables and all that, but yeah, we kind of stopped. But still turned out pretty epic. Very happy with it. This is the column design. Oh, this one right here. All you got to do, the key is the ramp. You have to use the ramp. You can't use the quarter block. The quarter foundation doesn't work. It won't let you place the pieces on it. So has to be the ramp. Works really well. That idea, totally Ludarav's. All Ludarav right there. Funny, he did it different with the clay foundation pieces, and I kind of took it. He said, you need to do something like this. And so from this build, actually, I think what the cool part about this build started because Ludarav said I needed to build something with this. So I just created this section and then just started repeating it over and over again until I came up with this ridiculous castle church design thing. Very happy with how this one turned out, though. It was a lot of fun. This whole pattern looked so good. Happy to help, Anzo. Then we got the crypts down below. We have my my actual buggies or pets that died in the game, funnily enough. And then just I had to go on a mass murder spree to get these all made out of all the bugs. It was a sad time. But it was really fun. Very cool. This is so cool. Thank you. The roof is epic. Yeah, the roof took so long. This roof design was not an easy one to do. It took me so long to figure out how to get this thing to work the way it did. There's so many weird, like, layered pieces and everything hiding in here. Oh, so fun, though. Makes me so excited to have some of these new materials again. The pet cemetery, exactly. This is the last housing district. We didn't finish these houses out, unfortunately, but this was the last section to be built. So we got dang close. Got a lot done on this, but eventually it was going to be like, there's going to be a smith and a tailor and a bunch of different cool things. And then we have the sort of telescope observatory sort of design here. This was inspired by someone that made a playgrounds build. So theirs was a little bit more epic than mine, since I can't place everything on a million different directions and stuff, but this was a really fun little design to kind of come up with. Thanksgiving was good, Backwoods. Yeah, glad you're alive, man. Good to see you. Hope you're doing good as well. Had a chill Thanksgiving this year. Lots of little things in here. Nothing too insane. Tried to kind of create the effect of an actual telescope as best as you can in the game, of course. What's up, Pat? Welcome in. This little, like, shrine area underneath as well. When will you do Grounded 2? We'll be back to Grounded 2 once the new update is out. We'll probably play a little bit with the December update, and then more so back to, like, legitimately back to Grounded 2 once the January update comes up. Updated, added, whatever. Is he working? When I saw he was doing a Grounded tour, I spent like the past 5 to 6 days grinding on mine and my friends. Biggest world. Nice. Yeah, I could still be building on this as well. This was the House of the Undying, or the House of Black and White design that we came up with. So we have sort of a fun little half half dark, half light design. So this is sort of like mirrored on both sides as best as you could. Another fun little design overall. The windows turned out super cool. Small little building, but was really, really fun to kind of add this one in as well. And the inside, similar to the House of the Undying, has all the head mounts. This thing took so long. I had to like organize it and create this ridiculous system to like have, there's exactly like 18 of every one of the head mounts in here because there's so many of them. But yeah, really happy with how it all turned out. We didn't finish it, of course. There's supposed to be more armors and stuff as well, but in the lighting and everything, but still pretty happy with how it turned out. Yeah, this one was a grind. And everything here is done in 100% survival too, outside of having the handy net. That's the only thing, and having resources spawn faster. But yeah, everything in here was hand collected by myself, which is also part of the insanity of it. Welcome in, Alfredo. Yes, touring the build that started it all. Another fun design. We came up with this with chat and Ludarav's help with these cool column designs. These were super fun. Turned out so freaking nice. Got all the little intricate details kind of hidden away in these things. Really, really fun. This was the Hall of Heroes build, so everyone that was a sub at the time got their name and stuff on a chest in here. The idea being this will be something very similar that we will be doing in Grounded 2 at some point as well. Totally different design, of course, but this rough idea of having chests with different people's subs names on them. So like Ludarav, Knife, Velocity. I think there's a handful up top and stuff too. But we didn't have many subs when we started this one out, so it was an ambitious build. This one was really fun. These glowing light effects are created by not finishing the blueprints, so they look like light bulbs. Funnily enough, Ludarav and I both came up with this same rough idea at the same exact time on accident. Was a very funny one. This was a grind too, because each one of these is using a grub hide. Because there's built ones on each one of these triangles and then not finished ones next to it. So that was an insane part of this process. I'm remembering how insane I was. This floor, again, all ash cement, quarter pieces through this whole thing. This was ridiculous. So many thoughts at the same time. Yeah, exactly. Arte Ross understands the pain too, definitely. Definitely. There's something just lovely about the grind, though, in many ways. I don't know. It was 100% survival mode until Remix 2, but you still got to collect. Yeah, that's pretty much how it was. At 1.2, I updated my game to custom to get the handy nat, but didn't change anything else. Have a little garden space here. There were supposed to be mushrooms and stuff growing in here, but this was like the last thing added to this entire base, so this was like the last thing we worked on. But man, it was so fun. Yeah, I missed this build too, man. This build was so fun. Just one of those builds that like just kept growing. It got bigger and better every single build. So much fun. Ducky, sorry to hear Rad's having a bad week. That sucks. Pinecone roofs look just like the red fire brick roof in Enshrouded. True, they do. Yeah, I miss the pine cones as well. Ugh. Gets me so excited to build this stuff in Grounded 2 though when we get to this point, because I know it's going to get even more epic the more we get. It's just going to get better and better. Favorite build? Yeah, this is where I started streaming. So I didn't live stream until we started this whole base. So this was when I first started streaming. We just started this, and all we had was the main castle build. We didn't have anything else here. It was just a big flat pebble foundation floor. And this thing turned out so freaking cool. This is when we really started like understanding how to break the game and make really, really cool builds. This was so fun. And it only gets better on the inside. This was so fun. The inside of this, the chandelier, oh man. This brings back good memories. These were so fun. This thing is so ridiculous too. I have no clue what is this? Who does this? I look back at this and I go like, how insane was I? Like, I actually am insane. to put all of the effort in to build like this is, I don't even know how I did it. There's so many lights in here. This whole base is freaking lights. I'm amazed this still runs, honestly, as well as it does. With how many lights and just different pieces we have in here, like, oh, crazy. Yeah, LED strip, exactly. That's exactly how this one ended up. Oh, this was so fun, though. This is probably my favorite thing I've ever built in this game. In any game, honestly. I really like everything we built, but this thing, so cool. It was so much fun. Uh-oh. I forgot that guy's down here. We did, yeah, there's lots of antlions still here, so you have to be very careful. Map is definitely on the top 5 greatest maps, to be honest. Thank you. Well, so is yours, though, so... So is yours. We did forget to show off the secret tunnels as well. Let's do it with the handy net, so I don't have to deal with the antlions. Yeah, we had secret tunnels all throughout this base, so you could still access all the chests that you can dig up and stuff. So that was a little fun hidden section. I still was convinced that they were going to add the ant queen to this area, but they didn't. Or the lizard, and they never did. I got really sad. I was like so convinced that that was where they were going to add that boss. But they did not. Yeah, so many secret tunnels in this. We'll get to all the rest of them as well. Did you have a kid when you made this? No. I don't think any of this was when I had a kid. Flashback to sour antlions wrecking everything before they nerfed that damage, right? Chandelier always gets me. Dude, it was so good. It ended up so good. Welcome in, J May. Hope you're having a great night. Yeah, so we just have the little kind of walking area down here. This was going to be like an amphitheater type space. You have the little dock down to the water that you can kind of get in and out of. We have the, have the marketplace up here. This was in progress as well, but really happy with how the structure of this one ended up. It was really good. Yes, I made this because I didn't have a child at that time. But yeah, we were going to put vendors in every single one of these for like all the different items, similar to like how these little designs were working out. Uzin's not here, but we have the pot palace. This is the pot palace. It was inspired by another grounded builder at some point. They had built something not quite the same design or anything, but they had built a little base up here, and I was like, well, that just seems freaking perfect. Fit the build too good to not do it. It was a very fun one. Really, really fell in love with this whole like crazy floor design. We did a lot of different ones with different stems and different materials. We'll go back down as well. This is the kind of roof to the bathhouse. Yeah, in a stoner voice, exactly. Is there a website for grounded building, like useful world buildings? Nothing I know of. I guess, are you like just thinking like downloads for bases and stuff, or designs and stuff? Not sure. Not really. Yeah, this was the bathhouse design. Designed specifically around the oasis here and covering it up and showing it all off. Highlighting the hot tubs when they added those. That was the main thing here. Cool, like more chandelier type lighting and stuff. Skylights and lights as well. This was a really fun one to build. Lots of good times. Build inspirations in Timber Discord. Would work as far as a website. Yeah, that's probably the best thing. Looks like a plant monster coming out of the floor. A little bit. Yeah, the Discord is the best place for ideas if you want to see images and stuff. Trap the wolf spider in this build. He can't get out. Aloe vera bathtub. Yeah, true. Another fun design out here, like a replicating sort of exterior facade. Another really fun one to build. Really enjoyed showing off like natural things in the world as well around this base. I think that's what really took it to that next level, was like having these pieces be integrated into the base itself. Also, for people wondering, the outside of this entire thing, sorry, it's super dark now. This is all one grid, and then everything in this build, so like this is attached to this grid and this stuff is, but then all of this, everything you see in here is all on a completely different grid. This is built on the wall grid as well, so that's kind of how you get these like separate angled buildings and stuff that you can see. You can kind of see most things fall on the same grid, but I was able to utilize the two different ones to kind of create some interesting little effects and stuff. Yeah, the plants were my favorite part of it. But then like all the little secret passageways and stuff that I was able to get added in here also made it just so fun. We're like inside the upper area, bunch of balcony space and stuff. Thank you, Ducky. Make sure to join that Discord as well if you want build inspiration. Yeah, the grounded Discord is also really good for that same thing. We have our secret elevator to get up to the Pot Palace. Pot Palace, man. And then, oh, you take so much less fall damage. So many memories, yeah, dude. It really is. Yeah, there's nothing happening. A lot of the houses and stuff don't necessarily have any details or anything. Some of them are like shells of builds to like hide the different things. But yeah, you could still access the Black Ant Hill and all that, everything. Ugh, that's the wolf spider stuck in the house there. Most create castles you get lost in. Yes, that's the goal. Teach me the ways, Dinky, anytime, man. You want to learn, I will teach you. We'll be going hard in Grounded 2 here once the winter update comes out, man. But welcome in, by the way. Lots of fun little house designs here. We never got them all filled out or anything, but definitely ended up really cool. Having so much fun with it. Oh, man. We got a little... we sort of had the church design, but that was the grand church. This was just like the little church for town. Nothing too crazy here. The nice, simple little church design. Again, no details on the insides of this one. And then, how do we get in this? Uh-oh. Yes, see Dinky the man is here. We had our bug barn. This is the part of the kind of like police station, I guess is the best way to put it. Or the guard station. You could up top, everyone could run down, get on their buggy mounts, which now we'll actually be able to have buggy mounts, you know? That's going to be really good. Feature update should be tomorrow. Keen to seeing the new builds with cozy levels. Yeah, that would be awesome. I did see options. Ask me tomorrow when the update comes out. But we just had sort of a simple barracks design here. We're building out a little armory space with all the armors and stuff. And another little one that wasn't quite ever finished. Then the secret one here, we just had the guard kind of officer housing and stuff that we were working on. Can't get through there. What a horrible designer. Even walk through this stuff. But yeah, officers housing and stuff. Simple little loft designs. Yeah, the city watch, exactly. And then you have the little prison building here. You came in, there was going to be a guy standing here. Then this is the secret tunnel. That one gets you to the little lab area. You always had access to this, but then it also comes off to the side and goes into the actual prison itself. Extra security. We just have our little prison area, of course. Another fun little one was just sort of unutilized space underneath the whole city of everything. So we're just kind of like near that cathedral base, but it was just another way to keep adding more and more and more to this ridiculous build. Sort of like every square inch had to be used was the goal here. The more space we filled, the better off the design was going to be. Yeah, I think that is. I'm pretty sure you remember how to navigate it all. Oh, I have 3,000. I have 2,000 hours in this base, so it's like it's so ingrained in my brain at this point. I know where everything is. I ran around this base for hours every single day, just like thinking of new ideas and concepts we could add to the whole thing. It just kept going. Just slept again. Foreshadowing with the mosquito stables too. Won't be long until that will be realized. Yeah, I think I'm really excited. Some of these ideas are going to be like legit things in the future. But yeah, that's this whole base. I think we showed off every little piece of it so far. Of course, not totally done. Didn't finish every little thing, but man, good times. Good times. So many random details that I had in here. Way too much fun building this thing out over the years. I think there was probably like 2 years straight of building in this whole thing. At least. It was a lot. We started this at like 1,000 days, so it's probably 2,000 in-game days or so into this whole thing. All survival and everything. Pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. Do this, but on Playground and Grounded 2 when it comes out in Grounded 2. Castle on the slide. Oof. Could be interesting. I have some ideas, though, to show you the secret build you can place underwater. Ooh. I did build a little bit in the water, but just, like, I figured out how you could get grass just underneath the ground, or the water itself. So I wouldn't necessarily call it an underwater build, but it like kind of was underwater, not much. Mine is only survival. That's the real way to bank a build. Yeah. I like a mix of it. So like having the handy net is what made this all possible to build in the time frame that I did. Like we'd still be building to this day to get to this point if I didn't have the handy net, but I did collect all the materials like a psycho for some reason. I just can't build. I can't bring myself to build in creative. In full creative. I like little elements. I like custom just because you can turn certain things on and off. But yeah, overall, survivals is just, it's what keeps me like involved. Something about the whole process. I'm trying to remember all the little details and stuff. So many things happening everywhere on this build. And for the water bases, yeah, I have no clue what that actually means, but I'm excited about it. Yeah, excited for the new map and everything too. Feels impactful? Yes, definitely does. I got you covered on the full creative mode? Yeah, Ludarav's got me on the creative mode. The hard way or no way? Yeah. I kind of feel that. I don't know, there's something about the grind and the challenge of collecting all the materials and building it and watching it just slowly grow over time and everything just creates this sense of accomplishment. Especially when you get to go back and look at it and be like, holy cow, I built all of this? What? It amazes me that I built all of this at some point. That's the only difference between survival and creative is that you build the base faster. You can build the same thing, just takes longer. Exactly. Welcome in, Shikaka. How you doing? So many little things in this build that were just like, oh my gosh. We could do that. Ah! We could do that? Wait, we could build like this? Wait, you can clip those pieces together? It's just like so many experiments. It's just it literally is my version of a playground. Want to build a house raft? That would be a good one. But that is everything. Is everything in this base. Kind of insane. But yeah, we can start looking at the new bases that we're going to see. I'm sure lots of people have seen this one, but I wanted to make sure that people who didn't know where this channel started got a little bit of a vision of how TimberBuilds came to be the YouTube channel. Oh yeah, and then we got this too. Eventually, we were going to finish everything in here, and then these grand staircases that came out over this side. We are going to build a massive coliseum down here at some point with like where bugs could fight and do a whole arena build. and then the bugs would be like stored down below. But man, that's a project. Would have been almost as big as the whole basin here. Kind of insane. Low-key terrified to build with Lewd. Right? Not kind of insane, it's very insane. True. Very true. It was fun, though. It was so fun. So many crazy ideas. And this is where we're going to get. This is where we're headed in Grounded 2. For the newer people. These are the long-term type of builds I want to be building in Grounded 2, with early access being as long as it is, with getting new updates and new items and stuff. I think it'll be like the perfect testing ground to build something just absolutely ridiculous and massive. But yeah. Say that's it, as if that's it. This is a lot of stuff. Breaking my flooring. Dude. Okay, so now we can get into the real thing. 50 players can live here. Honestly, they really can. There was enough items that you could have 20 people building in this world and having a blast. Would have been laggy, though. That would have been the struggle. If I had half your mindset and half your skills as an architect to make things even half as great as you can, Jabberwocky, you definitely can. It's just time. Honestly, that's what, like, more than anything, it just comes down to how much time you're willing to put into it. I will say, like, if I still had my first ever build in this game, you guys would be like, oh, so, like, there's a chance, like, everyone here can do it. Because it was like, I had a grass floor with just stuff thrown on it, sitting on a rock by the starting area in this game. Like, that was it. So it's how crazy are you willing to go is really what it takes. The ideas, they come as you go. I had stretches of 2-3 months where I was like, I burned myself out so bad building this base and building the pagoda base. Kind of concurrently, I was jumping between both of them and stuff. So, yeah, it just takes time. I feel like I only more recently started building actual detailed builds only in Grounded 2 because that sandbox build and just seeing everyone in the do crazy stuff. Exactly. And that's the goal, is like, I want to show my ideas off so you guys can get an idea of like what can really be built. It's like everyone knows you can build crazy things in Minecraft and Enshrouded. Like, those games are made for it. But Grounded is one of those games where it's like, it wasn't getting pushed to the level that I knew the building could be. There was only me and, like, at the time when I started, it was like me and Ludarav. I didn't know Arte Ross and Isbergel were building the crazy things they were building until much further down. So it was like, okay, I can't be the only person who builds insane stuff. See-Through was doing it too. Me, Lewd, and See-Through all kind of fed off of each other's ideas and stuff. It all just came together slowly but surely. That's also why I love streaming this stuff, is because you guys get to see it from when it starts as literally nothing. You don't get to, like this, you join and you're like, oh my gosh, look how crazy this was. But like, the process was just me sitting there, build a small tower, change one design. Okay, the tower's perfect. Now we copy it 8 times around the base. Okay, this design, that's a cool idea. How do we create a whole build based around this crazy idea that Ludarav came up with? And just continually pushing the builds more and more. But they started off very, very simple. And then they kind of just kept going and going. It just got more ridiculous the more we did it. And then I started streaming, so then it made even more sense. Like, hey, I'm streaming, I need to start building even crazier things. Like this, if I'm going to do this, I have to build the craziest things possible. Because what kind of credibility do I have if I'm not building crazy things, but I'm trying to, like, teach people about building crazy things? So it just, the whole channel kind of spiraled off of that concept of pushing past the normal levels of sanity. Grounded has one of the best building mechanics, though. Yeah, I really, really enjoy it. It's a fun mix for me personally as a designer. The mix of, the game has a lot of potential, but it also has a lot of limitations in the building itself. And so those limitations, I think, are what makes it really fun, because you have to think outside of the box. Whereas like Minecraft and all the mods, even Enshrouded, like there's so many materials, there's so many props, like building's the same idea. Like everyone can just build craziness because there's so many options, but in Grounded, you have to be a little bit more creative in the way you kind of come up with ideas, or else everyone kind of has the same sort of rough ideas, even though, I mean, you've seen it in Grounded too. When you get enough people together, it's amazing how many crazy ideas people can come up with just with a very simple palette of materials like in Grounded 2 that we have right now. It's pretty impressive. Fell in love with it since I did a lot of builds in Minecraft when I was in high school. I did as well. I built a lot of cool random things in Minecraft and stuff. See, we are currently in Ludarav's world. Again, we're doing a chill base night tonight. We're just kind of roaming around and seeing really cool stuff. No limitations when you know off-grid technique. True, but you do have to think exponentially more out of the box when you're doing the off-grid stuff. And we did that with a lot of things as well. We definitely pushed the build mechanics of this game to another level, which is what made it so fun. So, Ludarav, is it picking one of these? Is you're saying which way? Is that the question? Okay. I'm pretty sure this is the one that goes like through some stuff, if I remember correctly from seeing some of your things, but I can't remember. That's probably the one I want to do. Or does this one go through the wall? I want to go through the one that goes through the wall. Did all my work and never been to school? Yay. That's all that matters. Get it done. Left goes through the wall, then that's where we're going. So, this is Ludarav's Koi Kingdom. The Lily Koi Kingdom, so don't screw it up. Ludarav's bases are insane, though. If you haven't seen... I think you guys will start to see his base and want more of it. There are tours on my channel, See-Through's channel, Potato Killer's channel, or Potato Killer. There are so many bases in this world. This is just one of Ludarav's like 10 plus bases. And it's epic. But yeah, you can't even see half the stuff loading in, unfortunately. But yeah, there's stuff all over the place. Ludarav, what is that? I've ever seen that. Oh, you got me all excited on these things. All right, now we're loading in. Good, good, good. Here it comes. Yeah, be prepared. Oh my gosh. It's so big. Holy cow. Just the statues, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, Ludarav drew me a map. Real fast. I'm going to find that map. Pull it up real quick. Have a rough idea of what we're doing here, but we're kind of just going to get lost in it all, man. Because holy cow. This thing's ridiculous already. Got like our little dock areas and everything. The shipyard. Built out over the water. Multiple bridges that are all insane. We'll ship in here. Yeah, you know you're screwed when you need a map, exactly. Still love Minecraft, though, for the crazy farming mechanics. Would love if Grounded implemented more farming mechanics. That would be nice. A little bit more automation would be pretty cool. Got Ludarav, king of building shops and storytelling at its finest. You don't know much about Ludarav's base designs. They are all built around the idea of kingdoms. So there's an armor type or an armor set that this entire city is kind of based around. The idea of everyone's sort of a little different depending on what they're doing and everything. But the main idea being that this is based around the Koi armor. Dude, Lud, we would spend 6 years getting through this. Oh my gosh. Like, dude, look at the lighting on this. Got the suspension bridge and everything. If you guys haven't seen this before, this is freaking insane. Continue my pagoda base. Would you take a tour when you can? Potentially. I mean, as of right now, it seems like people are enjoying the Grounded 1 stuff. So if we have, like, it would be much more on the scale of, like, the biggest, best, craziest builds you've ever seen. If we're going to do more of these... Didn't see Ludarav also built a dragon. As if all of this wasn't enough. Literally a massive dragon built up here. Holy cow. Brings back so many memories, Lude. So many memories. I have good GPU. It's the RX 780, but it lags when I use too much lighting. That everyone's does. These bases, between me and Ludarav, I'm amazed we haven't killed more computers. Because these things are ridiculous. Even just like the suspension bridge type stuff. It's like heavy. It's a lot of zip lines for a computer to render and load in at the same time. Yeah, just the lighting on the outside here. I mean, we'll run through all the details and stuff, but I also want to like show off the massiveness and the scale. Yeah, Lude does build in creative, but the fact that his scale is so ridiculous compared to anyone else, I allow it. These builds, I don't know if any one person could have built this in survival in the amount of time. Because Lude has 1,700 bases. So many. Lude, where's the bed? Someone's got to have a bed around here somewhere. Like houses up here. Some room. Oh, we can wait 20 seconds. That's fine then. I can craft a bed. You're right. You're correct. I forgot about that. What do you mean, C Dinky? What? The craziness of the builds, how much stuff is built, that this is one of his 10 or 15 base designs. It's all insane. The word job fears Luda. It really does. The koi boys. Imagine the armor stands alone. Yeah. There is hundreds. Yeah, all of the above. I agree. I agree, Dinky. It's insane. Yeah, it's an entire city. And the crazy thing is like all of Ludarav's bases are like this. It isn't just this one. Like they're all designed to this scale. This one might be the biggest like city design, but yeah, everything is on this scale. The lighting. We're going to get so lost. Just started a timer to see how ridiculous it is to get through all of this. Shops everywhere you look. Like there is no place in a Ludarav build that isn't like fully detailed out. Secret tunnels. More shops everywhere you look. That I think what impresses me most about Ludarav's builds, it's not just the scale of the projects or the detail of them, but the way you walk around Ludarav's bases is the most ridiculous maze just to keep the build straight. And remember like how they're all being connected and stuff alone is what I've always loved about a Ludarav base. You never know like when you're going to run under a different building into a different building. Like you're going to end up in a random new location. You're going to find a new space that you haven't seen before. You're going to walk into a massive greeting hall with 500 guys, armor dummies all built out with all the armors and stuff. All looking out over here, watching these guys face off. Again, the ideas behind Ludarav's builds, I know if he wants to, this is the wedding. Ah. But there's typically some type of tension in Ludarav's builds where it's either two factions of the armors fighting each other or battling, or two of them coming together in marriage like this. But he knows how to set a scene more than anything. And as you can see, like all the way down to the detail of the names of different people like getting added is so freaking insane. The king and queens of them, like the detail of the story that Ludarav creates is the other side. Outside of, always being so impressed with like how you navigate through these bases, how you've created the connections between all of these is always impressive. And then just like the detail and thought put into like the story itself is what's always just between the two. It's always mind blowing. You just never know when you're going to walk into a new spot, see something new. So much happening. And this is why I said we're going to do a chill review night. Because, like, how do you grade this? Anything but a 10. And I know, I've probably said it 100 times. I know Ludarav's style is maybe a little bit chaotic. There's a lot of details going on for some people, but it's one of those things where it's like, it always works. The designs are always interesting. They're always pushing the boundaries, like how to combine materials and space in general. And you never know when you're going to walk through a random hole in a wall on accident and get brought to a different place, just be lost again in a maze. Every time. It's always ridiculous to me how you come up with this stuff. 100 out of 10? Yes. Holy Hannah, this is massive, right? What's down here? Dude, what? Where are we, Lude? Like, this is what I'm saying, is you just never know. Imagine a bug war. It's kind of the closest thing to a bug war that you can get. Where are we going, dude? It's so insane. I know we're just walking through hallways, but I'm just amazed. Like, we're just under everything right now, and I have no clue where we're going to pop back up. What random scene you're going to walk into, some guy having a little session here. Oh, man. Whoever took the time to create this truly hates the real world. I would say Ludarav enjoys creating his own worlds and universes. The real world is so mundane, boring, you know. Got, like, the scenery set up, people chatting on the bridge and everything. Like, there's no expense spared when Ludarav builds a base. One of the 9? Ah, okay. Yeah, City Maze Runner, exactly. Like, dude, look at this. And this isn't even stuff that's, like, off-grid building, necessarily. Like, Lud built most of this on a single grid. But you'd never really be able to tell. But now we're in the portion of, like, the Acorn faction. Or the Acorn Kingdom. As well. That's where their whole world, it's all this stuff built up this way. is a completely different build that sort of is like melded itself into one build somehow now. As if it wasn't crazy enough as it was. Just keeps going. Like 2 totally different bridge designs too. Don't even need off-grid, right? Can't wait to see what he comes up with. I think it's a crime that you taught him. I definitely didn't have any part of it. I wasn't part of helping Ludarav learn how to off-grid build because he's going to get too good now. His builds are going to get just ridiculous. Absolutely insane. And again, like, if you're not paying attention, you will miss all sorts of insanity. Getting into, like, random little exits and entrances between these different places. So ridiculous. Holy cow. And it's always some little, like, backdoor situation like this where it's like, wait a second. Did I see a hole there? You have to explore it with Ludarav. Someone help me find my jaw, right? Pick them up off the floor, everybody. This is your time to go get a napkin and a paper towel. Dry yourself off a little bit from the drooling. Because, yeah, it just keeps going. So many cool little designs. Lud has a very unique style to everything that he does, too. And every base feels so unique, I think is what's insane. Just insane, the guy that built this is gifted. Yeah, Ludarav, if you're on YouTube, Ludarav is on Twitch right now. You want to tell him he's amazing, because he needs it. He knows he is, but you'd like to let him know. more so he keeps building us cool things to look at. Gotta keep him motivated. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't understand how your brain comes up with the navigation through these spaces. Like, how to get through each one. So many cool little spaces. Lud is on both, technically, but he's chatting more on Twitch than anything right now. The wizards, again, if you didn't see in my base, Ludarav inspired the whole wizards summoning different craziness and all those little scenes. He's definitely inspired me in many ways to up my game. I tend to have a very architectural style, and Ludarav is a much more creative storytelling style, so it's a good meld when you get both of them together, kind of. But yeah, I mean, just every little piece has so much detail, so many ideas. We went. Maybe? Who knows? Getting lost, you know? You never know when you're gonna just open up to a big random room like this. Like, how did we get here? It's so insane. Very carefully, yeah, right? Do a Mega Base and Grounded 2 starting winter update? Yep, same here. The real builds start when the winter update's out. That was kind of a mix between fantasy and Art Deco. Yeah, I think that's I would agree with that. That's a pretty accurate description of it. And just chaos building at its finest. So like, yeah, after all of that, we ended up at the second story of the wedding that we started at. That is why I have fun wandering through Ludarav spaces. As much as I would love him to like storytell about everything that's happening here, I thoroughly enjoy just being like, wait a second, how did we end up back in the spot we started at? Because it makes no sense to me. Absolutely insane. Good old Ducko. Nothing like an Art Ducko styling. Dude, I like the lights on that too. Oh yeah, we went through that and I didn't even notice it. The game doesn't like saving. You got details on the bottom of the bridges too. We haven't even seen the stuff over on this side. Didn't build in Grounded, he built Grounded. Honestly. Honestly. Couldn't put it better myself. Need to tell the devs to make a bigger server size so all the good builders can make a build. That would be cool. Unfortunately, I just don't think we're getting any more than 4 players ever. Just, it's too set up around the 14s. Lamp designs. House designs. Looks like a sports bar of some kind to me. Cheering about different things. It's like every building has its own little unique story and stuff. Oh, here it is? Oh, I love it, dude. According to Lud, this is the brothel. There you go. I'll let you read that for your own pleasure. Oh, God. You warned me. You warned me. You really did warn me, but man. Oh, I'm literally crying right now. Oh my God, dude. This is one of the best things you've ever built. Oh God. Oh, you're having way too much fun with this, man. Oh. World building. Oh man. I'm literally crying. I don't know if I've laughed that hard in a long time, Lud. Oh my God. Holy crap. This might be one of the best things I've ever seen. I don't want to show too much of it for those exact reasons, but also, like, this is incredible. Oh, sorry. 18 plus tonight, guys. Sorry. Holy cow. I knew I was walking into that is the funny part. He gave me a warning before stream that there was one specific building that was going to be incredible. There's a reason I said something, but honestly, oh man. You warned me and that still couldn't have been funnier to see. Yeah, I rule number 1, don't walk into the pleasure house and and not knock on the doors. Holy cow, man. Yeah, so this is the mayor's house. What a beautiful house. I find it kind of the most sus thing here, Lude, is why is the pleasure house directly next door to the mayor's house? That's what's sus. Oh man, that was too good. These guys are loving it too. Fit right in. The mayor gets his own view, exactly. I mean, that's mayor. It's very fitting. Oh. Wow. I'm still crying. Oh man. Compose myself for a second. And white noise to sleep. Yeah, right? You have to blazing music, just blasting the music. Oh, holy crap. That might be one of the best things I've ever seen in Grounded, ever. Oh, man. I love the way you, like, not to change the subject here, like, built with the flowers and everything. Oh, man. So cool. The mayor built this? Maybe. Love the lighting and stuff, too. Don't mind me. I'll be back at the, I'll be revisiting this world in my own time. To get a real tour. Oh, man. Even, like, the upper area, just so many things happening. Whoa. Almost ran off. Died. What inspired the massage parlor build? Yeah, Luda. How did you come up with that idea? God. Got the barracks type build. You remember the library concept back in the day, Timber? It's in this build. The library. What do you mean? I'm gonna need a yeah, Veilthur, you missed the massage parlor, the pleasure parlor that Ludarav designed. It was good. Oh yeah, where is that? Yeah, the books. Yeah, I remember that one. Thank you for the raid, Crimson. Welcome in. Great timing. We're viewing Ludarav's insane base build here. Read the spicy book on the off the shelf. Yeah, exactly. Backside of the backside. Which one was the church? This one. Is the backside? Oh man. So much happening, dude. Holy cow. Love it. Everywhere you look, there's just some crazy new little detail. Why are we running around this? Can't find the entrance to it. Shop. Potions and brews back here. Holy. Owing loot. We will definitely miss some things on this one. There's so much happening. Okay, what is the backside of the church? Did I miss it? Oh, this is a different church. Of course. There's the wedding ceremony area, and then there's another church too. Dude, this looks so nice. So nice. Air storage. Behind the church. This the back? What? This? Not that one, I know that. This one. Here we go. I found it. Oh, there it is. Yeah. The Lud used the sign frames to create like a library look. Well, yeah, dude. That was such a pain to place like this. Like, I'm honestly amazed that you got these all to place this. This was so hard to place these properly. They do not... It looks like Ludarav's just like place, but they don't play that... They don't play very well together. They're not very happy about being placed like this. It was a freaking process to get them to do that, so that's insane. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's see. Every time there's an autosave, my whole thing lets out. Buggies and stuff. Their name. I have to find the door to tell me what it is. What is that? What is what specifically? Yeah, back to the randomness, exactly. Over there by the doohickey, just past the whatchamacallit. That's what it feels like. He's like, yeah, it's just over there. There's only 700 buildings that you have to look through. Weapon shop, love this. Well, first person fly around. The wall you were talking about, the books, the wall of books. Yeah, so the place you have to place the sign frames is essentially what he utilized. So it's like what you put the artwork, like these. Perfect example. It's just these without the artwork placed with them. So much happening. Everywhere. Just stuff. Which chat be poppin'? Dude, it's crazy. Loving it. Glad everyone seems to be enjoying this. Very fun while we're waiting for major Grounded 2 updates to happen. Really fun to go back and... Grounded 2 feels limited right now because we're so early into early access still. And, like, looking at Grounded 1 stuff is like, oh, all right. Like, there's going to be so much by the end of it. Yeah, you hit the, Pat, you already hit the build limit. Yeah, this is... I am very confident that we will get to be to this scale. And, like, just so everyone knows, the build limit in Grounded 1 is almost non-existent. If you don't know, we'll take a quick break to just show quick glimpses at everything else Ludarav has built in this game. Because this is just the start of it. Like, it is actually freaking ridiculous how much he's built. And I know most of this isn't loading in, but give it a sec. Just wait. Just wait. No one's actually seen this base either. This was an unfinished one. I think Lud finally hit the point where his build was so laggy, his world was so laggy, that it was no longer an option to keep building. And you can see why. You can see why Ludarav's world's so ridiculous. Because this is just... We've just seen 2 builds. There's another 6 or 7 on top of all of this. And we'll go back to the koi, but I kind of want everyone to get a quick idea of how absolutely insane. I'm backing it up, Chief. Yeah, we haven't even done... We never got a tour of this place because it never got fully finished. Whose PC doubles as a heater for winter. So yeah, that's insane. The Koi City's insane. If you're interested, there's a base tour of the base we're going to get to over here on my channel. It is a dwarf kingdom. Yes, it is. Yep. Yeah, 20,000 people. Everyone in the grounded community could play in this world. And it's so sad that the render distance is so horrible now, because this stuff looks so much better when it renders in really, really far away. This is the real insanity. Yeah, it's quite ridiculous. Because each one of these builds is a full tour. Like, you can't just hop into these in 10 minutes and you move on to the next one. Like, you need hours to see Ludarav's entire setup. When we had the old light render distance for night views, seriously. Lud is the reason there's a build limit. At least in early access, he is. In early access, big time. They were like, we don't want everyone just crashing the game constantly while they're still trying to fix performance and stuff. Because, yeah, it's... So everyone's struggling with the Grounded 2 build limit currently. Look to this as we will get here eventually. We will get this at some point in our lives for Grounded 2. We will get this amount. We'll be able to build endlessly, pretty much. So many unfinished ideas. Well, yeah, when you build this frickin' big, dude. How are you ever supposed to finish any of these? Got bases going all throughout. I mean, this goes all throughout the hedge, too. Like, this isn't even... You guys are just seeing little glimpses into each one of these bases. Now, if you haven't seen this, I've done a tour with Ludarav that shows some of this stuff off in a little bit more depth as well. But just some of his fun little ideas. How am I flying so far? The Handy Nat did not have a limit in Grounded 1. You just got to fly. 100 gigabyte save file, exactly. But yeah, I'm assuming in Grounded 2, I hope at some point when we get the Handy Nat that it won't have such a horrible limit, but we'll get there. Bear with me. We're almost through the rest of his builds, and then we'll go back to the Koi City to show that off. But I can't help myself. If we have 100 people here on YouTube, like, we have to show off some of the ridiculous stuff, even if we don't get into the details. Yeah, the skull designs are over here. Lud has his own Sandbox city build as well. This one is freaking epic because, like, the gas comes out of its mouth. Small little build, but the effects, the storytelling is what makes it so good. Lud hasn't built here. Other than that, he's pretty much built everywhere else. Yeah, Lud hasn't built in Grounded 3 yet. Honestly, it's so true. Everywhere is a build for Lud. Got the Ash Kingdom type stuff over there as well. There's so many kingdoms and stuff in this area. More crazy skull designs. Of course, it's going to be night now. Yeah, this was a really fun one. There's a tour of this space as well on the channel. If you'd like to see some of these designs. This was one of the more recent tours that we did. This build is insane. The lighting, just everything about it was freaking phenomenal. The full-on war happening with soldiers, and got like every single person has their like weapon and everything on their backs. The legions. Next project for Lude, build a second tree because it's lonely, right? One of my favorite lighting effects I've ever seen. If you haven't seen this render in my video, it was one of the most jaw-dropping reveals I've ever had in a base tour, because it all loaded in perfectly. It just turned night and then loaded in right when we were standing here, and it looked so freaking cool. So many crazy designs in this thing, though. Definitely make sure you check out the video on that on the channel. You don't want to play anymore. But it's a creative build, so I mean, take it with a grain of sand. There's Ludarav. The funniest part here is Ludarav has never played the grounded story before. Not once has he experimented and played the actual game. This is the game for Ludarav. He has only used it as like this insane creative just place to build amazing things that are in his brain. I mean, there's builds here. This isn't one of the more, but this isn't one of the larger builds, but this is like, there's a build over here as well. 25 hours and all in creative, right? He does build with the handy net, yeah. But yeah, that's 20. I have 3,000 hours, but that's because I play survival. But like, this is all just pure creativity and build time in this craziness. I think the last place in Lude's world is the Ash Kingdom, which we also, again, not to toss in my own, not to toss in my channel comments constantly, but there is a base tour of this entire base as well on the channel if you're interested in seeing the details, because the insides of these builds are as cool as the outsides. This looks horrible at night. Fog looks horrendous. Does not do this justice. Oh yeah, the beehive on the end of the table. The freaking dragon statues. I don't even know if you could physically build this much ash cement in the game. Let's see. They're all fins. It's like this whole base is this spiky, crazy design across the entire thing. The inside of this base is one of the craziest things we've ever seen. It was so fun. And more crazy lighting effects. The Hand of Doom. More skulls and everything. Flies on Adderall. Seriously. Here we go. Now we're out of the fog. You can actually see this. The Sauron's eye as well in this design. Get a sense of the scale of this build as well. Freaking massive. Absolutely insane. Peace between the Acorn and Koith kingdoms threatens the balance, so the Ash Kingdom is gearing up for war. Scales back in their favor. Who needs grounded story? Yeah, it all is its own story and stuff. It's in most of the kingdoms and everything are like all at war constantly too. But there's a little bit of peace, but not much. Stick with a 4x4 grass hut now. Yeah. Okay, so now we can get back to this. But I thought it was deserved with this many people here tonight. We have to show off just the insane amount of builds. Where beds were. Dang wheel. Hello? Oh, there's beds somewhere on here. Passed them 5 times. Slow and steady wins the race. Heck is it? Am I insane? Bed. Why can't I find this? Third tab, first line in beds. Oh, it's because it was that bed. That's why. There we go. Yeah, why do you know? Why do you think he knows that? He's placed 7 trillion of them. Holy cow. Freaking awesome boat builds as well. That's a tight fit, Lude. How did that fit through here? Crashed. Proud of my 4 walls and door. Now I witness this. Shep, first off, your base is also pretty epic. You also don't have 3,000 hours in your Grounded 2 stuff, so. This is what pure, unadulterated fun is when all you want to do is build. This is what you get. So many bridges in this. You're deleting it now? Please don't. Yeah, and this is where you started messing with some of the like different grids and stuff too. Deleting it now? No, 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 don't do it. This is all to just show you where we can all get. If we quit our jobs and build full time. No, Lude has a job too, which is even more insane. Dang. Just installed. Never built in creative. I mean, it's the same thing. You just don't have to grind for materials. Is all it really comes down to. Very similar overall. But yeah, it really allows you to go to like that next level with creative. Should I be watching out for any other random buildings, Lude? Yeah, steal ideas, exactly. Delete chain due to Lude. Oh, man. Are you going to do the giveaway for the key I got because it's for Xbox? Oh, yeah, I was thinking about that. Was that Grounded 2 or Grounded 1? I can't remember which one that was. Bridge is lifted to let the ships in. Never added the powered the powered buildings, right? Grounded 2 for Xbox. All right, we can do that. So for people who are here, we do have a Grounded 2 Xbox code for the Founders Pack. So when we finish up Lude's tour here in a little bit, we will probably do a little giveaway for a Grounded 2 Founders Edition Xbox version of the game. Is all town side, so there's housing. One of them has their own docking, a bar on the side, the military camp. Okay. I was just mostly worried that I might walk into a pleasure house or something randomly. Because you never know. Would that be a bad thing? Maybe not. I don't know. I love just like how much each building is like so unique. Each little house. Like everyone can look at this and be overwhelmed by the just the overall scale of the whole thing. But Shep, thank you for the gifted sub, man. Appreciate it. When finished Lude map tour, this will never happen, right? That's kind of what it feels like. No, we won't go through every little detail. We'll be here for days. But yeah, so make sure you stick around if you want a Founders Edition of Grounded 2. Ah, there it is. Dude, this looks great. I know it's so simple, but it just perfectly reads as like a barracks room. Yes, Arte Ross is French. the OG. We will be checking out Arte Ross's base as well tonight as part of this. I think we're going to have to do multiple nights of this because holy cow. We're just getting through Ludes and it's already 8:30, I just realized. Yeah, this is insane, Lude. I'm loving this. Wow. Even just archery stations and stuff looks mesmerized. Some of the we myself French 3,000 hours to go through all of his builds. That's what it feels like, doesn't it? That was an hour just on one of his builds. Wow. Never apologize, Arte Ross. All right. I know we missed some of the little things, of course, but yeah, we could spend 6 years here. There's the little dock as well. Freaking cool, man. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That's why I'm saying, like, it's better to do just a chill night showing these off, because, like, how does one grade something like that? Like, I don't know how you don't give everything Lude's done a 10 just because of the scale and the insanity of it all. Okay. Like touring an Elder Scrolls game. Really is. Okay, so next, since I promised we would show off Velocity's base, this one's going to be a little quicker, not quite the same size. This one. But this is Velocity's take on, so if you don't know, I did a base tour on see-throughs. Now, Tim Plays Games is the channel. When he was doing Grounded 1 tours, he showed off my pagoda base build and sparked content creation for me in general. So, because of my build, I had a lot of people reach out and want to recreate the pagoda base, which is why we have the build guides on the channel now. But Velocity, who is a mod on the channel, was the first person. He was my first real supporter for the channel, and the only person in the Discord. It was just me and Velocity back in the day. Now we have I don't know, 400 or 500 people or something in the Discord, which is pretty insane. But I helped him through images rebuild the entire pagoda base. So we didn't show it off when we were looking at my build earlier, but we are now showing it off. That way you get a good sense of what my pagoda base was, but this is also Velocity's take on the pagoda build. But thought it'd be a fun one to show off as well, since it's really where everything started. So very similar kind of bridge designs to what I had. Perfect access to the this random branch that sticks out of the water, but allows you to get sap collectors and stuff attached to it. Go ahead, grade it. Yeah, as Shep said, that's like maybe a 6, Lude. I don't know. It could be better. Oh, man. So, fun little thing for people. This base is built on multiple grids. So, every one of these faces is built on its own unique grid, allowing you to match the angles of this, because the natural angles in the game are just slightly off, so you couldn't quite get this effect. So, I kind of accidentally came up with off-grid building, which now Arte Ross also kind of came up with their own techniques, and we got the Brain Guild build together. The Brain Build Guild? I don't know. We put our brains together and kind of talked about off-grid building and stuff, and just all the crazy things you can do with it. So we'll see some of Arte Ross's off-grid builds here, probably after this one. But this base was so much fun. Idea being, build up the pagoda base. It was the most protected sort of area in the game, being in here, no bugs, at least ground bugs. No ground bugs could get to you, so it was an unraidable base. Outside of, at the time, it was mosquitoes were really the only thing that could get you. Then they added wasps, and it made everyone cry. Most of the inside here is pretty similar overall to how mine was. Of course, Velocity kind of had their own take on it and added in their own little details and stuff, which I love to see. Just minimal changes that like cool little things that I didn't necessarily think of. But overall looks very good. I had some crazy stuff built over here as well. So much cool design with the pagoda, so much possibilities. Yeah, exactly. And I've seen a lot of different like renditions of people taking these this overall idea and kind of turning it into their own thing, which has been really cool to see. I love inspiring you guys to do interesting things, but I also love seeing how you take my ideas and kind of come up with your own kind of creative takes on them as well. Not that I care in the slightest if you want to steal ideas. We just call it sharing in this community. You can't really steal ideas necessarily. But always loved seeing how we all combine different ideas that we've all had into just totally new, unique things. And love it. Lots of new little things in here as well. If you haven't seen my base, I have like a water catchment system. Naturally, they added the Mantis water fountain into the game after I had spent hours building this ridiculous water catchment, like automatic water catchment system. They came out with a way to get rid of all that and you didn't need it. So it was just extra. A lot of time put into something that didn't actually amount to a whole lot, but it was cool. It was very cool. This overall fairly similar to my design. All looks really good. This is clean though. Very similar, but also clean. I really like the way you did these like columns to kind of hide some of these weird. Hardest part about this base was where all these corners meet was really, really hard to detail out correctly. It was an absolute grind coming up with the ways to like connect the corners so all this stuff fit in here. But very similar. I had a bug museum, very, very similar to this design overall. I had all the head mounts on these walls, but it was super finicky and annoying to work with because the game did not like it in the slightest, but it worked. Made it work. Get the bounce web elevator set up over here. I'm assuming that's how he has it set up. Let's see. Let's see. Nope. Wait. Just one. I'm gonna have to knock Velocity on his use of ladders instead of bounce web elevators. Mushroom pillars over everything? Seriously. I'm assuming that might work, but I wasn't doing it right. So now we are up on the top of the pagoda. Similar little designs here. This looks nice though. And the armory up here. Every single little armor piece. Very, very similar to my design. But honestly, very clean as well. I built all mine before these were added in the game, so I had to like custom make chandeliers to get those effects. Loved messing with all of this stuff. Brings back some really fond memories. You weren't part of the channel when I was building this. This was so fun. Very similar on the top of everything over here as well compared to mine. Really liked building these. These were super fun little details to get these like window effects. Didn't have quarter walls yet too. At least the triangles weren't in. They were not when I built it. Art museum, went around the whole edge. Very similar. I have some more random clipping stuff. Since the base would have been a lot easier to build overall if I had built it when they had vertical half walls and stuff. But I had finished pretty much the entire base when they added those into the game. So the other base in the sandbox has all those effects. Nice. The hot tub and everything. Fun little changes. Loving it, man. It's always interesting to see someone else's take on a base design that I kind of worked on. This looks really nice too. I like how open this is compared to mine. Very nice. And then of course, a million telepodies to get all over the map and stuff. I had the original base design went about 5 million blocks up into the air and was a giant bounce web elevator. All the way up, and it looked horrible, and then they added telepodies, so we got to delete that, which made a huge difference to how this whole thing looked. The top of yours looks really good, though, Velocity. I know he's not here, but I really like this little detail. Those are fun little additions. like light up effect. This is also looks really nice compared to mine as well. You want to see my specific base tour? I have a I perfected my pagoda base for New Game Plus. Is the video on YouTube? You want to see my base? This is just Velocity's rendition of it, but very similar overall. Very similar. Minor little changes. I think they're all great little changes though. Really, really well done. Yeah. I'm assuming I probably missed something that he wanted me to see, but that's life, I guess. I have a top build too? Yes. Very clean, right? All right. That's a rough idea of the pagoda base. Next up, we go off Arte Ross. This is another insane build. They're all insane. But the B4, the teleportation HQ and some extra bedrooms. Yeah, it's a really good spot for it. It really is. Hope they had giant chandeliers. That would be nice. It's happening. Yes, Arte Ross, it's happening. So, if you guys don't know Arte Ross, they are a French grounded player. Arte Ross and Isbergel both have put a insane amount of time into this. Absolutely insane amount of time. This is where, so the pagoda base for me is where off-grid building, the concept of off-grid building came from. And I thought I was kind of decent at off-grid building. I had done some interesting things. I had messed with the Sandbox build, which kind of has colliding grids and stuff as well. Isbergel and Arte Ross are the masters. They are so freaking good. If you're not part of the Grounded Discord, make sure to join that as well as my Discord. Uh-oh. Run away. Don't show it. Because they have built some of the most insane off-grid builds ever. They are so freaking crazy. It's so insane. The off-grid building in this. Yeah, don't spoil, sorry. You can't say that when loot exists. Yeah, he's a different expert, though. He's an expert in a different way. Maybe we'll start with some of the smaller ones. Awesome work, yes. Awesome, awesome. So, let's... Actually. Wait, I can't spell. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Backwoods. Appreciate it, man. Be a little hard to see because it is nighttime, but a fun little build here as you can start to see very quickly. Many fun little grids going on here. You can kind of see a lot of these are completely separated, so that's what Arte Ross and Isbergel are incredible at, is lining these things up so they all connect and everything. Don't spoil start from day. Here, I'll turn this off real fast so you guys can't. I don't want to spoil this while I make it daytime. Because this cathedral is like... It's crazy because Arte Ross is building an even crazier cathedral. Somehow, I'm not even sure how to say that. Like, it's insane. I gotta go grab some. Have anything? Crap. This is also all in survival as well, which makes it even crazier. Have any beds around? Do you have any hidden beds, Arte Ross, near the cathedral? Holy cow, dude! I've already seen all these builds, and I know how they are. Going back to the drawing book, yeah, just wait. If you thought Ludarav stuff's kind of insane, yeah, be ready to be impressed. Yeah, I just have to find some clover, but we can turn this back on. There we go. Wait a second. I don't have any tools either. Uh-oh. taking notes, right? You add a colony survival channel to Discord. What is that? Find a bed. So we'll start showing off some of these bases. Gotta make a date. Stuff's too freaking insane. It's a game? I'd have to see it first. Suggestive, subjective, but for me, my favorite build of all time, Ludarav shared some. Yeah. Okay. All right, now stay there. Okay, so we'll show off this base, I guess, first, since we're here. Be easier to show off. And Arte Ross, I'm sorry if I skip over some things, but you have a lot of stuff to show, so I don't want to, like, spend hours on one specific part of it. But yeah, the incredible part, so, like, you can see every little change here is a tick for a different grid. So every section that you're seeing of this wall are all built on separate grids. Again, this whole central area, I think what's most impressive about some of these is like lining this stuff up while still allowing for these gaps and stuff is incredibly difficult. And this is one of the smaller builds in Arte Ross's world, which I think is what makes it even more impressive, is there's just the scale of all of these builds, all done in survival. Everything is hand collected here. The only thing is that it's a custom mode, so you get the handy net. Outside of that, like, everything here is hand built between Isbergel and Arte Ross. Cool little building designs and stuff. None of this stuff is necessarily off grid itself, but the exterior walls and all that are all off grid and ridiculousness. Can't fit through the windows anymore. Craziness. So much going on. Again, really start to see, like, they're very minimal, but to line things up this well and have things, like, not be on just completely different heights is so hard. It's very, very difficult. And, like, all of these building off grid to build, like, custom steps up and down these different areas as well. All the houses are from French Discord members for the city? Yes. Little simple, like, church kind of area. Sorry, one sec. Sorry about that. How long did this take? There are currently 3,126 days in this, with a handful of different players building all on this, but mostly Isbergel and Arte Ross. French versus American building war, right? But yeah, just building out, like, very stylistically European, which I think is really cool in terms of, like, I mean, a lot of the builders in our community are from the US and stuff, so very different styling overall, like very European feeling villages. Really cool. Stay away from that. Lots of little things. You start to see the interesting, kind of intricate little details that you can do when you're building in this ridiculous way that Arte Ross builds. The French win. I don't doubt that. We're just getting started here. You guys haven't seen, those builds are child's play compared to what we're going to get to here. You could see lots of different little things lining up here, connecting. Isbergel and Arte Ross have just this, like, epic wall building in all of their bases. Don't want to miss too much here, but yeah, so many cool little ideas. I love the way you've utilized, like, all the different terrains and, like, heights and stuff, using just cool little effects, like building up on this rock and stuff, building over the wood stumps and everything on top of them. They're really well integrated into the bases. awesome ship design as well. I know for a fact this one is an Isbergel build. This, it's so small, but if you've never built off-grid, this thing is insane. It's such a small building, but for Isbergel, like, this is its own grid to do these types of things. These are grids within grids, is what's happening here. So this is a grid for this wall, and then a grid placed slightly inside of that wall to get these, like, slightly recessed windows. Which is, it's so difficult to do this. It takes a lot of time and effort to just get these little things lined up the way they are. And matching the corners as well as they have. Really difficult to get these walls built up. You can really start to get a sense of the off-grid building here as well when you start looking at how every single house is placed on its own grid. That is where I love these city designs. Most of their builds tend to be kind of like full city designs and stuff. Villages within massive city walls. But everything starts really coming to life. Because you tend to get this like really rigid feel utilizing the standard grid in Grounded. But when you start to think of things like every building is built slightly on a different grid here, so you can see these angles don't necessarily line up because these are on different grids than these. It gets ridiculous. And yes, it goes... Just so everyone knows, this wall goes all the way to Moldork's castle, by the way. It's nuts. This is Isbergel's castle. Yes, yes. Yeah, I know these houses are so simple, but it's so like natural and free-flowing when they're built on these grids. Just looks so nice. I'd love to show off every single one, but time's sake, we'll give overviews of everything. Anybody can join Arte Ross's world to build something if they'd like as well. Here's our invitation. Hollywood Undead. Great name, by the way. Welcome in. You're having a great night. Yeah, if you want to learn the secrets, reach out to Arte Ross to learn off-grid building. I'm going to be making a video here come January when we get mushroom bricks and stuff to start teaching you guys how to build off-grid like this. Some aspects of it are a lot simpler than others, but you just, as you can start to see here, you get these unique shapes in designs that you cannot accomplish in any other way. Freaking chessboard in here too. This is so cool. This is all like a reminder for me because it's now been a handful of months since I actually got to view this world and talk through it with Arte Ross, and yeah, it's nuts. And like you can really start to see there's so many grids happening here. Everything is on its own grid. And it just makes this effect that you cannot get any other way, especially in Grounded. Many other build games allow you to do some of this stuff, but in terms of Grounded building, like this is really where you can get so customized. Like your use of different materials and stuff is all really well done. We could spend months, very similarly to Ludarav stuff. We could spend so much time running through these, but it's so natural looking. It's as I had said, very like European city like, where it's so much more natural. It's so much more free flowing than the U.S. designs. How cities are made on like everything's a grid. You just get this much more organic flow to everything. Great little spot here for the field stations. Again, so many little houses and stuff here. I love how natural and free flowing it is. Just getting started in small lands. It's so clean and natural looking while being very detailed. Yeah. It takes a lot of time and effort to get a place laid out this well. Because it very quickly could go from here feeling like, oh, this is a very natural, like free-flowing city design, to like it could be very haphazard and crazy very fast. And it's done very masterfully. It is so well done. The insides and outsides, the way the different buildings connect to each other, like so intricate. We're just getting started too. It's freaking nuts. Did like more little off-grid things. Sort of main upper castle area. But I mean, like, this is so big. Need to re-enlist in more French courses. So many jaw-dropping styles as well. Yeah, and the layering's insane. You love the walls. Yeah. It's so cool. Yeah, in Grounded 2, this is where we're hoping to get eventually, to like this scale of city type builds. Very similar to my Sandbox, Ludarav stuff. Yeah. Wow. Grounded 2 lighting is better at night, I believe. Hey, that's good. They kind of ruined the Grounded 1 lighting as they slowly reduced the rendering distance and stuff. Also love the way you've built up like multiple tiers here too. Built up all the way up into the 3rd level of the yard, the upper yard. Like, all looks so cool. Again, sorry for not showing off the insides of these and everything, but there's so much to show. Again, you can see every section of this wall, all in survival. You thought it's like, this is all insane, but it just keeps freaking going. And it's so well built. You know how much time and resources you guys have put into collecting this much material to build this frickin' wall around the entire map is insane. Where do you think the garden will be in Grounded 2? It's the north, kind of the north section right now. Was the floor material? These are mushroom pillars. You see, I've done a couple of these designs as well, but yeah, just a simple mushroom pillar. Utilized as the floor. You can also, oh no, press the wrong button. Crap. Pause. Back there real quick. It's all good. You can place the pillars, and then around you can fill the gaps with stem. You can fill it with any of the materials in the game. The walls fit in between the gaps, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. While we're flying over that wall, we can continue to show this off as well. This is another dual grid. Everything is dual grid on this, but you can more distinctly tell this is exactly where one build is happening and another one starting at the same time. Smaller little one, but I was very impressed by the off-grid building in this one to get them to connect to each other. Like, getting 2 floors to line up this well is seamless. It's freaking seamless. There's so much time getting put into these things to get these to build like so flawlessly together. The original Grounded. Yeah, what's up, these nuts? How's it going, man? Going off tonight, the craziest builds that were ever made. Just a little throwback to some Grounded 1 while we wait for Grounded 2 updates to happen. Yeah, as you can see. So I think I got out of the handy nat right around there somewhere. But it just keeps going. And there's even more cool bits over here as well. We got to see it all. It's worth it, I promise. This freaking guy. But yeah, Grounded 2, north and east of the statue in Grounded 2 is where the next update's going to be coming. And I like the whole upper area of the map and to the right as well. As I said, this wall is freaking ridiculous. It goes along the entire thing. Again, for the people who are just joining, this is all done in survival. Makes it even more crazy. The shrooms in that thing. Yes. Exactly. And it all leads to another ridiculous build over here too, which is what's so cool about it. This was some of my favorite off-grid work that they had done. Specifically building this staircase down here. Really, really well done. It is so flawless to get these lined up the way they are. So freaking cool. Every little change. And you could have, like, I think what's more insane to me, Arte Ross, is that, like, there was no need to jog this as much as you did, but you did it for fun. I love it. So many cool little designs. Can't explain how much I disliked the handy net. Oh, the handy net's like the best thing ever invented. Why didn't you like it? The handy net is what made building so much easier. Giving Attack on Titan vibes? Yes. A great little castle build over here. Again, we're missing so many of the details on the inside, but just there's so much to see. It's cheating? No. First off, I'll explain this to everyone. It's a single-player, non-multiplayer game. Can't cheat. It's physically impossible to cheat, you know? And you can get it in New Game Plus too, so it really can't cheat, isn't cheating, because you get the handy net as part of the base game, as part of the game if you get far enough in it. But if you're not playing multiplayer where you're affecting an online experience and it's your own personal world, I personally believe that there's no such thing as cheating in a game like this. If you prefer creative, go nuts with it. This was all built legit. The only thing they're using is the handy net to allow it to go faster, and so you don't have to bring chests and stuff with you. Outside of that, all the materials are grinded. Everything is legit as it gets. And the results are pretty hard to argue with. So many things going on here. Again, you can see this is on its own grid. The floors are all connecting and stuff crazily because there's so many different little grids going on. Got tired of building clover ramps for getting higher places? Yeah. The handy net is just something that makes everything in life easier. Every game that has building, in my opinion, should have some type of build mode. It really should. If a building game doesn't have some type of build mode, it limits what you can truly do, I think. Yeah, no one's getting past any of that stuff. And we haven't even seen the piece de resistance. If you thought any of this was cool, wait till we get to the cathedral. It's insane. Back to this place during the day as well. You get a little bit better understanding of the crazy little grids designs going on here as well. Don't we all take away to have video game time? Yeah. Take time away to have video game time? Yeah, but I think on this scale of building, I guess is what I'm saying. It gets to a certain point where it takes so much time to grind the materials to do this all in survival that it's like, at some point you kind of have to like bite the bullet and accept that you have to build with a handy net in this game to build on this scale. It just speeds things up. It makes it so much easier. Love this stair design as well. So simple, but so elegant. Build is sick, the gnat is cheeks. Hey, the great part is no one has to use it if they don't like it. We all get to play exactly how we want to play. That's what I love about it. Every time I go outside, something unnecessary happens. Exactly. Exactly. Arte Ross has their own little sandcastle build in here as well. Stay at home and build. Life's more simple when you stay at home and build, I will say that. Fun little take on their own castle in here as well. Again, multiple grids. Get these angles all right and everything. Love these little designs. Is it cheating if they give it to us in New Game Plus? Answer, no. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. If all I'm doing is unlocking it a little early. Oh, good. Sandbox always green? No. In New Game Plus, the color of things like the sandbox, the bicycles, and the general like logos and stuff all change. So every New Game Plus, the color of the sandbox, the color of the bicycles in the yard, lots of little details just remix, essentially. Yeah, I got really disappointed because mine was purple, and then I went up a New Game Plus, and I lost my perfect purple sandbox. I loved it. Favorite. Arte Ross, is there any other ones that we should take a look at before we go to the cathedral? Yeah, pasta. I will agree. If you're building on this scale and you're not using this, you're not using the handy net, then you're just wasting time in life. Where's the first cathedral? I know there's this one. Where's the other one? Is there another one? Or is just this? Saying this is the first cathedral. Oak tree changes seasons. Random crap. Oh, yeah. I know which one. I remember now. Yeah, that's the perks. I mean, it's a single player style game. I know you can play with your friends and stuff, but at the end of the day, like, play the game how you have fun playing it. If you think the handy net is cheeks, that you don't have to play with it, and that's what I love. Like, we all get to customize and play it. Ludarav has literally never once played the story and just builds, and he's found a way to, like, absolutely love and adore this game. So it's to each their own, you know? Whatever makes you happy in a game like this is what you should do. Dirty, sweaty cheeks. And, like, I personally, I physically, like, I cannot build in creative. It's something for me personally that I just cannot do. I go insane. I have to have the survival elements, but for me, the handy net is something that allows me to build and make content 5 times faster, 10 times faster than I'm able to. So, like, that's why Grounded 2, we would be so much further in Grounded 2 builds if we had the handy net. It's one of my favorite additions to the game in general, but that's speaking as a builder, of course. Because it just allows you to expedite everything a lot. I'll just stick to creating stories and building brothels. That was still... I'm going to cry watching that back, dude. It was so freaking funny. I knew what I was walking into, and I still wasn't prepared for it. You speak as a fat white guy from Florida, please. Not sure I know quite how to do that one. Then you'll understand. Is that just... Do I have to be really dumb and lazy and pissed off at everything in the universe? Is that kind of how... More fun little off-grid builds as well. And yeah, we'll see that in a second. Honeymoon in the honey pot. Ducky, I'll check it out after stream. I gotta actually look into it to know if it's gonna be a chat or not. But I will let you know. Fun little entrance to the wasp box. Fat white guy in Florida. Ah, okay. So yeah, you're pissed off at everything. You hate random things. Very fitting, right? I kind of killed it. Another awesome bridge. Like stair design as well. See, it got destroyed by all the bugs. How horrible. And then this is the first cathedral that Arte Ross made. The first one. It only gets better from here. But one of my favorite realistic builds. I think I build in a very like fantasy, architectural but fantasy style. And Arte Ross builds in a much more legit architectural styling, which I really, really appreciate. Because it's much more difficult to build really realistic buildings like this in a game that's about kids that have been shrunk down to the size of ants. Really difficult to build this realistically in such a silly game. But I think I freaking love it. How insane do I have to be to build like this? Just wait. Just wait backwoods. This is child's play compared to the next cathedral, and then the one that we're not going to see tonight that Arte Ross and his Burgle are still working on is like even exponentially better than that. It's freaking insane. And that's why I say join the Grounded Discord, because Arte Ross will throw in some sneak peek images here and there of what they're working on, and it just continues to amaze. And again, all done in survival. Only thing using here is the handy net. Which, realistically, the game is not set up to build structures that are this tall, so without the handy net, some of this stuff is just impossible. You will lose your mind trying to build without the handy net, and that's why I'm a big supporter of the handy net specifically. You may hate it, you may love it, but it is the only thing that really allows you to build this scale of stuff. Bounce pads work until you're constantly falling to your death. And I watched See-Through lose his mind, and you cannot argue with me on this, D-Studs, because I know you watched him lose his mind using the stupid bounce pads as well. That's just like masochistic behavior at its finest. You just like, you hate yourself so much that you're forcing yourself to just struggle endlessly. I never found using those. Never found any interest in building with that. The bounce webs are torture. Self-prescribed torture. But yeah, so Cathedral 1. Insane. Stop with the divisive chats. Welcome in, Uzin. How's it going, man? My world looks small compared to y'all's. Hey, it happens. Cathedrals are my favorite ever builds, hands down. The blend between just a game with a crafting mechanic crossing the line and being an art form, yeah. And this is where I think it gets even more impressive, is this is the simple cathedral. Like, this is so basic compared to the next one. And then compared to the third one, this is just like a grass hut. Which is insane to say, because this is so freaking cool. Such a cool build. Really, really impressive. And just like the stuff around the edge looks so nice. I don't know if I can call see-through Tim. It still feels weird. We'll love what's coming next, yeah. Welcome in, Fear. Third one, even for me, it's too much. It's at some point. I don't doubt it, dude. Just wait till we see this cathedral and you guys will start to understand. It's insane. Yeah, it feels weird. I love that I always struggled with See-Through's name, because when you search See-Through, even though you're spelling it like his name, it only shows you things you don't need to see. That you're not searching for, and you can never get to his channel. So I understand and appreciate him rebranding a little bit, but man, it just feels weird because I'm so used to it. The things were better to see. Yeah, just wait here. This thing's nuts. We've seen some sneak peeks in the Discord as well, for those of you. Throw this in here. If you're not part of the Discord and you'd like to see some sneak peeks of Arte Ross's builds, Ludarav's builds, fun stuff, make sure to join my Discord. Join the Grounded Discord as well. See really cool stuff. What's his new name for see-through? It's Tim Plays Games. Let go. The little castle first, right? This is nutty. Then I'm gonna walk out of the room and rethink about my about my life. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Backwoods, but you might as well start walking now, dude. Might as well freaking start walking now, bro. It's insane. Not only is it just like the entrance, the build-up is so nice. It's such a clean little just walkway. Love these little designs. These all look so nice. And then we'll hide that for a second so you can just see the little outside building. Again, another really cool build, but we have to show this one off. This is one of my favorite off-grid builds. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked because I forgot this was here. One of the most impressive off-grids I've seen to date, outside of the new cathedral they're working on. You know, Lurk, sounds good, Fear. Appreciate it. One of my favorite uses of off-grid. This pathway is one of the craziest things outside of all this other ridiculousness. So much effort to build off-grid like this, to make this winding path all the way up this thing, and let alone do it again on the inside of this wall around this structure. Really, really difficult. Give away free bands. Yes, we will. After Arte Ross's, we'll simmer down for a minute and we'll do the giveaway as well. We'll make Helm's Deep and Grounded just now. Just wow, yeah. Definitely. But another great build. Another awesome one. Nothing, unfortunately, nothing compared to what we're about to look at. Are you serious right now? You better get to walking, Backwoods, because yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't even know what to say about this. The first time he showed me this in person, I jaw on the floor. Absolutely ridiculousness. Just insanity. I mean, this one side is the same, but also bigger. Like, it's bigger than the first one, and this is just the side part of it. This is, it's like, dude, let me live here, I'll be a collector, right? Honestly, probably the most impressive build in all of Grounded. I'm a big fan of my builds and my designs, but I don't know how to compete with this thing, dude. It is so cool. And there's some things you're going to see that we'll talk about that I'll show you guys a little bit of the inner workings here so you get a better idea of how this kind of thing is created. And it's mind-numbing. Smiling so hard right now. Dude, it's so good. I was trying to play it cool when I was in your world with you and we were just talking about it because I was just like, I'm just trying to take it all in because it's ridiculous. But, dude. And guys, they are building a bigger, better version of this right now. Like, they are building something even more insane than this as we speak. If you think this is crazy, I don't think we can handle the next version. I mean, the windows, it's so like open but so well filled. The details, like every little tower is a different detail. Every little thing. Like the flying buttresses are designed so well. I mean, they got like little details in it and stuff. Well, imagine if it was built without the handy nat. You could not build this without the handy nat. I don't think it's physically possible. I think you would have had to start the day the game released and you'd still be building to this day and you'd probably just have like 2 of these towers. You couldn't build this without the handy nat. And we'll see some of those details here shortly. Care if there's a next version. This is absolutely insane. Yeah. Like, look at the detail. Just everywhere you look, there's some little intricate detail. So realistic, I think is what's so cool. So realistic. From different planet, like what computer do you have? How many memory banks do you have to build this? Seriously. Get him to create the 8th wonder of the world. I think we've done it. Like, it's this. They like the grass for shingles. The green looks nice with the mud brick. It really does. It really does. The Arte Ross helped refurbish the Notre Dame after its fire in 2019. Yeah. I mean, they'd be a fool not to hire anyone else. Because, yeah, they were just getting to the inside of this. And the inside is just as good as the outside. So, like, how did you start, right? You look up a lot of precedent images of cathedrals that you find visually interesting, and you just slowly start finding out how to build those ideas. Like, the roof in here looks so freaking good. Everywhere you look is deep. And you can get to all of this too. That's also the other side of this. Like, this is a fully functional base. This isn't just, oh yeah, you just have to like walk out. Like, you can get to every single tower. You can get to all the different areas here. There's stairs and everything. In terms of, there's not necessarily like a functional part of this base necessarily. It's just pure amazing. But yeah, you can walk upstairs to every single area in this. Get to all these little intricate areas. It's insane. Pictures don't do it justice. It really doesn't. Yeah, you really have to like be here to experience the whole thing. Because everywhere you look, there's new little things you just weren't expecting. Massive organ. Oh man, the details on the floors. I mean, even the fact that you guys farmed the brood mother enough to build all these freaking chairs. And then if you want to see something truly incredible, what you don't see from the inside is a lot of this is built on a single grid. As you can see, it's pretty standard. But quickly here, you start realizing there's some really interesting details. Like this curved tower right here, but it's built in a way that you can't build this naturally in the game quite like this. You have to do something a little special. So if you come down, this is where the this is what separates the boys from men. Is Burgle is a madman, and as you can see, what's happening here is this tower, those circular towers you can see, are built on a separate grid. You can see these are slightly misaligned here. To get that effect, Isburgle had to line these pieces up on a separate grid and then build it all the way to the top out here. Stuck. Oh no. Oh, I'm gonna have to go this way. It's too laggy. Everything runs fine until you try to move a piece or do blueprints, and then the whole thing breaks. But yeah, so that tower, I showed you on the outside, is built within the columns on the inside, and that's how you get this curved wall here. This is where you kind of start to see that this is on its own little weird grid where these things aren't quite lining up properly. I mean, they're just like so minimal, you could barely tell. If you didn't know, if you didn't have thousands of hours in this game, you would never be able to tell that there's a secondary grid there to make these circular towers on the outside. Freaking insane. Absolutely insane. It's but a humble starter base. How many degrees? Isburgle. So if you've never seen or heard from Isburgle, I don't know how Isburgle comes up with this stuff. They're like a genius, and they just don't tell everyone. They don't let everyone know. But yeah, Isburgle is kind of the mastermind behind some of the crazy off-grid stuff. Arte Ross is also incredibly good at it. But Arte Ross's own words, Isburgle is like the off-grid god. And it just is the one who has mastered the technique to do these little things. Because, yeah, it's freaking insane. And, I mean, the details go all the way to the top. There is no stopping. They just keep freaking going. Like, you can even see, like, on this side, they have two different tower designs as well. I feel like a rookie compared to these. Don't feel bad. Yeah, no. Everyone, this makes me intimidated. Like, this is a style of build that is just so incredibly difficult to do. And the fact it's not even like cookie cutter, like copy and paste. Like, you've done so many things different between the little tower designs and stuff. So many little details. I agree. I'm kind of scared. If I was shrunken down, I would still feel smaller than usual next to this. Yeah, exactly. You know, I thought my tower in the Sandbox was going to be like, oh yeah, the people are going to start to see it. Then I'm like, wait a second, no. They're going to walk out, and this is the size of a human. Like, this is actually the height, like the full height of a fully scaled up human. It's actually taller. This goes like all the way up to the door height. Like, what? Good luck trying to build that without the handy net. Impossible. Off-grid is just to get to the right angle for the roofs, yeah. But yeah, you can't. It's such a minor detail too, which is like the craziest part, like knowing how difficult it is to set this up the way that they did. Like, that's an insane amount of effort to get just a cool little circular tower angled right on the outside. But it creates such a realistic feeling. Nothing is impossible through Christ. Jeez. Timber grounded scale is an acid trip. The yard is like 3 meters by 3 meters. Exactly. It really is, Mom. There's a massive Lego cathedral on the board. Like, honey, I told you, stop buying things on Amazon. Honey, I didn't build that. It just showed up. I tripped over it yesterday. Like, what? jaw-dropping. Yeah, peasant, me as well. Nothing is impossible when you know the off-grid technique, yeah. The off-grid tech is the hard part, though. It's not a simple task. Especially when you're doing it the way you guys do it. Like, there's... If you're looking at, like, the first, like, large village kind of build we looked at over by the barbecue and stuff, like, over here, a lot of that is just, you're building a house. Like, you're just build things far away from each other. And as you build closer, like, you can kind of ignore the grids. If you're not building, like, a massive floor out. So you can just build a house, build a house, build a house, and that's off-grid. Very simple, but like this level of off-grid building is much more difficult. You regret doing survival? This is survival though. Shep, that's the thing though. This is all built in survival. Like this is all collected. Every piece of it is a survival world. This is not creative. And I've confirmed that. I've been in this world. I've talked to Arte Ross. I double checked it. This is all survival. Neighbors would think he's crazy for having a giant 3D model on his back porch. Yes, they really would. I'm gonna wrap it all up. I'm done. Yeah, so there's levels to building, if you guys didn't know. This is one of those levels. This is the top tier level. This is the master builder class. It's so freaking good. Oh man. So who wanted to go next? Could I have saved this one for later? To think some people have built things like that in real life, and I can't even build that in a game, right? Yeah, these are all based off of like very real cathedrals and stuff. They use a lot of really cool stuff. Yeah, how it should be. Massive props. Yep. Very impressive. Dude, just looking up. Like, the amount of detail when you look up is in-freaking-sane. We didn't even look at every little detail either. Everything's thought about though. Everything has intentions. Again, approximate mushrooms used here. Gee, I don't know, 10 trillion? I wish there was a way to check, honestly. Like, oh yeah, you have 60,000 mushroom walls. We've been building an Arte Ross's game, right? He owns it at this point. He's actually Obsidian, the whole thing. Probably take like 15 minutes to view compared to these insane builds. No worries. Now I know why people say they like third person more. I just got back and grounded and it hurts my head. Yeah. No, third person is just better. We just make the scale 1 Arte Ross, right? This is Arte Ross. He's there's 1 through 10 and then Arte Ross in a different level. Yeah, it'd be really cool if we could figure out how many items we used instead of just a chopping list. It would be really cool in Grounded 2 to get like a full list of everything you've used. About an hour's played. There's 3,127 days this world, which is similar to mine. Now they've got a handful of people playing on this world at given times, so like some of these builds like that, like multiple people have built different houses and stuff in that, but yeah, many, probably thousands of hours put into just these cathedrals. And we're not even looking at the one that's going to be the coolest. I don't know. I don't know how to speak further on that. Like this is not going to be the final one. Reached about 5K hours last week. Yeah, that sounds about right. The insects are afraid. But yeah, 5K hours. You guys can do the math. How many years have they been playing? Insane. I could spend another 6 years just wandering around this, looking at all the little details. So many little things you can just randomly pick up on. So nice. Something to inspire to. Improvements? None. Yeah, not a thing. I just want to see the new build. Like, that's what I want to see. Because that, looking at that cathedral, I'm just always so freaking impressed by it. It's insane. And I'm just like we get all the little sneak peek pictures of the new one. And I'm like, I don't know how you make it better, but they are making it. So the new build specifically has way more off grid, like way more off grid in the newest cathedral. Yeah, honestly it is D's nuts. The fact that they can keep people playing a game like that long, it's insane. People want to visit my map, they are welcome. Yeah, anyone reach out to Arte Ross. They're on Twitch right now. They're also in the Discord channel as well. Yeah, they're fully interested in welcoming people into their world as well, showing off all the cool stuff. If you want to get a little bit, I know we glazed over a lot of the design stuff. We didn't look at all the interiors. There's all those things. I got you, Ducky. Okay, so take a quick little break here. So impatient to show the third cathedral. It's 85% done now. Holy cow, dude, that's fast. It randomizer up real quick. Yeah, I'm actually speechless. The first time I saw that, I was just like, I didn't give Arte Ross like the props needed for how insane that was, because we're sitting in this call and he's like, oh, this is how you build off grid and do this, and this is the technique, and I'm just like, what? What did you do? How did you do that? I thought I was a good builder. I like feel like a noob. But yeah, make sure to join the Discord as well, because Arte Ross and Isbergel have been posting little teaser pictures and images of all the crazy off-grid walls that they're working on the newest cathedral, and it's oof. Please give me time to cope. Okay, so we got a lot of people in here tonight. For anyone that does not have a Founders Edition of Grounded 2 for Xbox specifically, this is not a Steam version, but for anyone that has an Xbox and would like a Founders version of Grounded 2, we are going to do a quick giveaway. So anyone that is interested in a Founders Edition for Xbox of Grounded 2, make sure to type !giveaway. Right now, I'll give you guys a few minutes here. I'm going to go run to the bathroom real fast. Words. I can't type. So I will be back. I just got to go to pee real fast. And you're on Xbox, but I've got it already. All good, all good. Just a fun little opportunity. The Grounded devs gave myself and a few other creators that did the Peeper event. If anyone was part of that for the extra live stuff, myself and a few other Grounded creators worked on our own community giveaway, or not giveaway, our own charity event that helped them get to like 40-something thousand for extra live. So it was a really cool opportunity. And they, as part of a thanks for doing that, they gave us a handful of codes and have an extra Xbox version of the Founders Edition Grounded 2 right now. So make sure you type that in. I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. I will be right back, and we will do the giveaway, and then we will also look over some more bases as well. I have another hour. Right back. Just give me go. Huge thanks again. If you want more, DM me on Discord. Sounds good. Thank you for letting us look at that one, Arte Ross. Lost by a strand of hair on 2 wheel spins in the past. Oh, no. Well, hopefully, your luck is better today. Ducky, you already had the giveaway. What? Or a giveaway solitaire of mines, right? What? Yep. Life is hard right now. My goodness. Yikes. Copy and paste. Everyone added in here. Why is life so? Gotta be the system. Lucky, you literally won it. That's why we're giving it back. All right, we'll do 60 more seconds here. Anyone else that wants to be entered? Right now, your odds are pretty dang good. Get a Founders Edition of Grounded 2 for Xbox. Main thing, you get the cool soundtrack, as well as 4 Founders Edition skins for the game. You get cool looking armor sets that no one else has, but doesn't actually. Welcome in, Knowledge. How's it going? Welcome in. Testing your luck? I mean, I can't let you back in it because you already have it. You did, unfortunately, you did just miss Arte Ross's base, which is insane. Absolute. All right, last chance. Chance to get the giveaway. A lot of people in here playing Grounded 2 right now. Let's go. We will be back to Grounded 2 in the near, not so distant future. But we're taking a little bit of a break, waiting for the new feature update in December before we hop back in and see some of the new cool stuff. And then really waiting for January is really where it's coming down. But still be doing Tour Tuesdays every week moving forward. We still have some Grounded 2 bases to do. We're definitely not getting through all the Grounded 1 bases tonight as well. So we got some time. All right. Well, it looks like that's the 4 people currently. All right. That's everyone. Let me just double check. All right. Well, here we go. Good luck. Money on blue. Ooh, green. Connie, congratulations. You have just gotten yourself a Founders Edition, a Xbox Founders Edition of Grounded 2. I will, you want to send me your Discord username? I can add you on Discord and I will send you the code for that. I hope you enjoy. Yeah, just need your, at some point tonight, you can, if you have Discord, assuming, join my Discord and message me on there. I'm just TimberBuilds on Discord as well, so you can add me as a friend. I will get you that. Just shoot me a quick message. We'll get that sent over to you as soon as stream's done. Thank you for doubling up, Doug. Okay, so now we can get back into it. The question is, who is well, next on the list, I have Imposta. You don't have a grounded one, do you? Yeah, if yours is quick, we can do yours real quick, Pasta. Or, sorry, not Pasta, Backwoods. Like, that's totally fine. Gotta get to bed. Said yours was fairly quick. People Shipping's headed to bed. I'll be tuning in to Enshrouded tomorrow. Let's go. Love to see it. Oh, we can do it right now. It's all good. Alfredo didn't look very excited to go after it, after Arte Ross, so I think it's okay. I don't think Alfredo mind. I think we're gonna have to do another week of these though, because we didn't even get through half of this. Outside. Somebody has to take the bullet. Ain't that the truth?
This is awesome!
Definitely not on the same scale, but that's okay. We can't all build like Arte Ross. That would be a problem. If everyone built like Arte Ross, I wouldn't be a content creator. I would look like a fool. Still building, but a lot of it's built. All good. All good. I love to see a unique take on a pagoda base, so let's see it. Ship of some kind, it looks like. Anyone would be interested in seeing the Butterfly Kingdom, let me know. It's on Grounded 2. My Discord is Sniper. You are on the list for Grounded 2 as well, Pat. You are on the list for Grounded 2 base review. Would have to start by the kids case, FYI. Wait, what? Is there something over there you wanted me to see first? Dodged the bullet, but unfortunately, Arte Ross dropped a nuke tonight. Yeah, I guess. Fortunately, because it was amazing. True. Very true. You want me to see the sappy shack first? Right there? Okay. On it now as we speak, also streaming it. Nice. Oh. Excited to see it. Show you Pagoda Base. It's on a... Yeah, I mean, feel free to send images in the Discord as well if you don't want to do, like... This is sort of a rare occasion where we haven't necessarily done anything we haven't done anything quite like this before, just showing off really crazy bases on stream where we're not doing, like, the reviews and stuff. We're just kind of having fun showing off cool stuff. But yeah. Very nice backwoods. Got the little basketball court design. Do that. There are older videos I have to upload. Backwoods, also a content creator as well for Grounded and Grounded 2 stuff. Has a lot of different playgrounds, maps, and designs and stuff. Haven't heard of them before, checked out their things. They have some very cool builds and stuff. I believe just Backwoods, yeah, gameplay. Well. Little shout out. I love the entrance you made here. Great. Always loved these entrances, like making the map really fun. We also have a self-promotion section on the Discord as well if you are making content and stuff for these games. More the merrier. I like your little heart designs. Those are fun. Got dinner time for me, then back into finishing Hogwarts Legacy for the umpteenth time. Sounds good. I've been lurking in your Hogwarts Legacy chats here and there when I'm playing. Always love it. Thank you for the celebration as well, man. Always appreciate the bits, my friend. Good luck with the rest of your night. I like your stairs. It's got a fun way to get up really tall base. Love the little hand railings and stuff. So I've taken the test. I'm a Gryffindor, but I do get Ravenclaw sometimes as well. It depends. It depends on the day for me. Join your Discord, but my PC tweaking. The page keeps loading. Weird. Very weird. Remind me not to search keywords in Discord. Called a yes man. Yeah, Woody's in the water base. Friend built most of that thing, but I did help. Sounds good. Fun little design here, man. Love it. Great use for a zipline tower as well. Barely remember anything I'm talking about. I say one thing and it's already out of my brain. Oh, we have 4 more bases to go. I think there's other people that wanted to do Grounded 1 base reviewers like this as well. We might have to make this something for next week as well and take a little bit of a break from Grounded 2 for just a bit. There are some amazing Grounded 1 builds that just no one's ever seen some of these before. The fact that no one has seen Arte Ross's build is like insane to me. This little shovel base. Stem collection farm, yeah, makes total sense. Collection area. Made an ad for it too, nice. Yeah, if you haven't seen Backwood Gaming's channel, make sure to check them out as well. Collection spot. I should have built. Well, I guess that's what we saw of that. My bad. Houseboat design. Well, luckily it was just a stem collection area, so we don't have to go all the way back, but I like the little paddle boat type thing. That's awesome. Very fun. The Buggy Monument. Interested to see where you go with that. So for a final point, check out the brick house. Where is that? That one. We can do that right at the... Another little fun pagoda build. Love seeing people, as I had said earlier. Love seeing people mess around with the pagoda bases. It's near and dear to my heart. It's always interesting how everyone has like such a different take on it. You've left it much more open than mine, which I've always thought about having a more open base in here, which would work really well. But I just filled up the space so much with everything. Outside. Still a work in progress, but I mean, shoot, my builds are still a work in progress as well, so. Yeah, I'm interested to see what you do with the battleship. That'll be really cool. Hydro. I like this up on top as well. Very cool. Spot for all your teleporters and everything. Yeah, definitely send updated images and stuff of these when you're done as well, man. Be fun to see. Jeez, we have so many to go. Imposta, what is your build? Yeah, lighting, everything. Oh, so good. Battleboat design is getting stolen when they add water, right? It's so simple, like so nice. I love seeing those fun little designs and stuff. And a nice little brick house as well. I gotta say, it's way better than Imcade's. I love Imcade. I have to give him a little crap. Imcade built his base up here, and I always... Oh, apparently we can't go that way. This is me and my friend's house, which we built. Nice. Apparently we got out of range. But yeah, Imcade out here has his base up here, and I always have to laugh because it was just like a massive grass platform that I'm just waiting for it to like fall. Oh, the Taj Mahal. Yeah. Yes, that built's insane. That one's really cool. Yeah, maybe too close to the wall, I think is what happened. All right, though. We're back. It was quick. Quick little flight. Thank goodness I didn't try to get up here with my own character. Great little spot. I love utilizing the cool little field stations as well. Why I love the pagoda base at the end of the day is having that exact thing. Having a field station in your base is so convenient. Okay, well. Apparently you can't fly anywhere near it. Nothing compared to tonight's builds, though. I don't know, man. I think it's a pretty sick build. Note to self, don't fly near the walls. Getting destroyed. Maybe I should have come up with it with my character. It would be easier. Die so many times. I'll look from the outside a little bit more, get one last glimpse. Cool little base design though, man. I like the way you've done like the structural additions to this. They look really cool with the angled wall. A really unique little structural design that I don't think I've ever really seen before. Feel like I can get too close to the wall without dying again. But... Great little designs, man. Stairs that go down and final defense on top of the plastic. Very. Build all the way. You also did it well where it's like you're not structurally trying to support everything. Most of them is just like a tower and like one piece falls and your whole base is destroyed. It was inspired by neighborhoods you've seen life in Utah, so it feels very grid-like looking back at it now. I mean, that's the thing, like, it's easy to compare, but like Arte Ross is French, so like he's got a very different kind of set of precedents to inspire as well, so. I always wanted to build a castle in here as well. I don't know if anyone knows Burgle's Lost Logs. They built an insane castle inside here. Well, that's gonna be really cool. I'd like to. I'm very interested to see what you do with that on the long. Mixuragon. Be a pentagon. Slowly but surely, get there. I feel like the handing net used to be faster. Crazy. So slow now. Just because I'm used to running on the ground with a buggy, which makes like an artificial feeling of extreme speed. The new one as well, but a deep start, which pictures in a video on done. Nice. We're building like a massive. Okay. This would be another interesting one, man. It'll look really cool, like integrated into the bases. Well, again, really excited to see what you do with it. Make sure you keep posting pictures and stuff in the Discords as well. Stay up to date. Always love seeing what everyone's doing. We haven't had enough people building. I don't care if it's grounded 1, grounded 2, whatever you're doing. Show it off in the Discord. All right. Well, thank you for letting us look at this one, Backwoods. Glad we got it done before you had to head out as well. Thank you, man. Sorry that wasn't like a full review, per se. I'm happy to like give you pointers and stuff, but tonight we're kind of doing a little weird. Night, man. Catch you on the next one. You'd look at my build, you would see some building. I mean, that's how it works, right, Ducky? If I look at a build, I would see some building. That's about how it goes. Hit it right on the nail on the head there. Okay, so now we are in Impostas. Speeding these up a little bit. These guys' builds aren't quite as ridiculous and thousands of hours compared to Ludarav, so we can speed through them a little bit more. Look at my build, not a joke, but yeah. But see a blank screen. I was just laughing at the wording. But if I look at your build, I'll see some building. Like, yeah, that is how it works. It's sarcasm, sorry. Hey, Backwoods, thank you for the bits. Appreciate it, man. Have a great rest of your night. Hope you have a great evening and good day tomorrow as well. Okay, so Imposta here. I have too many interiors done, so it shouldn't take too long. No worries. Builds are insane. Yeah. This is why I wanted to go back and do a grounded one night, because there's just some stuff that people have worked on that we haven't necessarily seen in a long time. Really interesting ideas. If you haven't seen this one, Alfredo has created a train station, which is so freaking cool. You're not a yes man? Questionable. Questionable. Have a great night, man. Yeah. Freaking cool. Like train cars and everything. The fancy seats and everything. Oh, so... like the turrets upside down look so nice. Perfect little train station exits and stuff here. Love it, man. And you say it's like... I think what I enjoy about the differences between yours and Arte Ross is that, like, yours is a much more, like, American style city. So it's like, it's not bad because it's just a different lifestyle, you know? They're very different places. So it's a realistic representation of where we live, you know? Unfortunately, France and Europe just has cities, and the U.S. has grids. Major cities are cool. I think suburbans. I think the suburban sprawl of America is where it's just kind of lame. Major cities are really... it really does feel like, I don't know, you've created like a village town, but also like the train station feels so train station-like. The lamps and everything. All very fitting for it. Looks like you got some city building to go. The dang grounded 2 got in your way. You had lofty goals. Holy cow, dude. There even a space left for bugs? Not really. That's the goal, though, is get the bugs out. Another train stop? Dude. Yeah, I really like the train. And it's been a long time. I mean, you even have, like, the spinning wheels as the, like, train wheels, too, which... if you haven't seen Imposta's Grounded 2 stuff as well, all very, very, very well built. Stop the build around New Game Plus release date. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I love, like, the raised, like, monorail kind of look out here. Very, very cool. Yeah, unfortunately, my sandcastle sandbox build will always be unfinished, sadly. I don't think there's any time we go back and continue building on that. Very cool, man. I like all these houses. Like, these are all really good little simple house designs that I think a lot of people could use as kind of cool base ideas. Honestly, sometimes harder to build stuff like this than the like massive build. This is the way. Funnily enough, I just rewatched The Mandalorian this last 2 weeks. Yeah, I really like these little designs, man. These are really cool. Really simple builds, but like so many people could take like this entrance idea. It looks so good. Yeah, I think very fun. Hiding everything. There's space for bugs. They're just all hidden down underneath it, right? Yeah, the bugs can go in the water. And then one of my favorite things, I loved my pagoda base, but there was just something so cool about Imposta's like take on this whole thing. Such a perfect little Taj Mahal build. Like, the use of the top of this has always been like one of the coolest things. I was so interested. Like, just made me go, oh wow, I could have built the top of this so differently. Such a cool use of the top of the pagoda. Very clean little build. I definitely took this idea from you as well when you originally did that base tour with see-through. Couldn't help myself. Fun little designs. Just reads so well as Taj Mahal. Just so perfect. Didn't get to go inside. Yeah, imagine the neighbors seeing this, just like, wait, honey, what are the kids building out there? What's happening? Basketball court inside. Nice. They're rebuilding the Taj Mahal? Really? Did you buy them a kit or something? Like, what's happening? They're not building anything, honey. What are you talking about? So simple, but so elegant. No, it's always really hard to go after like a Ludarav and Arte Ross. I probably shouldn't have started with their bases, but I love these little designs. Always the effect is slightly ruined just because I know exactly what we were looking for because I've watched the tour of this base, but the first time this popped up on See-Through's channel, I was like, what? You serious right now? Very cool, man. Well, thank you for letting us take a look at this one as well, Imposta. Love this design. Very excited to see. I think what's really cool about this is like, this is like your first take at building and stuff, and now I've seen you start building in Grounded too, and you had the bug for building here, and then now you're in Grounded too, and it's like really taking shape. Theater and Sandbox have some cool stuff. Like this Sandbox over here. What do you mean theater? Build without the handy net? Never. Follow the train. Oh, Frankenline. Yeah. But yeah, I'm like, seeing your Grounded 2 stuff now has been, like, this is all really good, but you've already, like, exponentially passed this with your designs and stuff. Like, you've taken what are really good, interesting design ideas, and now you're just, like, letting loose in Grounded 2, which I think is even more fun to watch, like, how much better everyone's getting at building. And, like, you guys have all started at a really good spot. So don't take that the wrong way. Like, all the builds are really good, in Grounded, and then now Grounded 2 is coming out, and it's like, holy cow, you guys are going to a totally different level. Love this. This is really nice. It's such a simple little auditorium type build, but this looks so clean. Like the last village we visited in Grounded 2 was so freaking. Gets me even more excited for this new update. Better to say I've gotten from starting in... What? Oh, yeah, I remember this. The frickin' theater. Yes. Okay, that's what you were saying. I forgot you turned this whole thing into a theater, dude. This was such a good idea. So well executed. Like, perfect use for the Frankenline, too. So good. You've gotten a lot better as well, Ducky. Absolutely, you've gotten a lot better. I don't know how to, like, grade a metric. But compared to your first base, just the airships alone, you've gotten 2 or 3 times better at building easily. Even the little shoebox, or not shoebox, the shoe base design was all really well done. Like major improvements compared to the first grass starter base in the starting location. Gotten a lot better, man. Sure. But that's the goal. We all started at that point too. Like, I think that's what's really fun watching is I've watched people that weren't necessarily very interested or didn't feel like they were good builders go from very beginner to very, very good in a short time period. And now with all of us building in Grounded 2, like, we're all going to get better and better and better. And everyone's ideas just keep pushing the boundaries of the games as well. I love your train design. This thing's so freaking cool. I love that you built it like multiple times. You didn't just do it once and just stick with it. It looks so cool. Feels so much more than just the airship. Yeah, it's all really good. Especially compared to like the first base. Like, it was a very much a starter base for the first base, and you've massively improved overall. Of course, the basketball hoops. Dude, wait a second. How have I not seen one of these before? That looks really cool. That is like the perfect 3-point line. What? That looks supposed to be like an evacuated city. Yeah. Yeah, very cool. It is harder to build in survival. Or, in survival versus create. Like this. Basketball arena and UFC fight night. All in one. This looks really clean too, dude. Wow. Yeah, the basketball court looked really good. The fighting arena / basketball court looks really good. Bridge is also really nice. This is such a good effect. I didn't use this. Yeah, mega builds never start out as mega. Exactly. They all start off as much more ideas. And you just slowly get more and more carried away, and there's something about seeing a build just come to life as you add more and more. It's always really difficult in the beginning, but as you just continually add more and more to a base, it just creates a different level of obsession. It's very difficult to, like, when you're getting started and stuff, but I've always found that as soon as I start a build, it is just like that first thing gets done and I'm just obsessed. Like, I can't stop. I just have to keep going because I love seeing the progression of the whole thing. It's just like, oh, this bridge, and you add the basketball court, and then you add the train station, and you add these buildings, and it's like you just slowly watch this thing grow, and you just get like more and more proud of the design, and you have more and more fun. You get better and better at building, come up with new little techniques and designs every new build that you do. Just like a massive snowball effect. You know, I've very much seen that with everyone on the channel, where it's just everyone keeps coming up with new interesting ideas. Love the lighting on the well. You even had the sense of like storytelling as well in here in Pasta. It's you've definitely gotten really really good at it now that you've connected with Ludarav and he's blowing your mind at every chance. His crazy ideas. But I love to see it, man. Like what is first base is naturally eroded and I love it. Yeah, I like that too. Had a tall stem tower long ago that I finally turned into the spine of my main structure. Yeah. I love those. I just love like seeing things evolve and change over time. Is there any other part of this that you feel that I should see, Imposta? From Ty, welcome in. John, hope you're having a great night. For joining us. That's it? All right, man. Awesome build, man. Now, I've seen parts of it, but it's really fun to go back and see it like years later now. Remember everything everyone in this community is like built and all the different cool ideas people have come up with. Really cool. I still can't get this. This looks so. As much as I love everything else, it's really hard not to love the train design the most because it's so unique. There's just nothing else that I've seen like this in Grounded. We've seen lots of different buildings. We've seen lots of basketball courts and all that different stuff. But man, there's something special about the cool little designs like this. An effect that you never really thought you'd see in a game. Train station. And very cool. Okay. Question. Who has not like a massive base? Flying zombies, how big is yours? How long you think it's gonna take? Big train town where I live, so I got it from that. I think it's cool. I like that you like implement kind of those your own like lived experiences. Very similar, like very different lived experiences compared to Arte Ross, of course, because like they get to live in a part of the world where they get crazy cathedrals and stuff. But it's massive. Is it seen? I don't really know how big E30s is. I don't think we got share. Ducky, I don't have your world, dude. This is Grounded 1. I also have Grim's world. Kind of quick if you use the teleporters. No, we're just doing Grounded 1 tonight, man. I'm sticking to it. We got too many Grounded 1 builds to show on top of it. We got to do Grounded 1 or Grounded. I'm just trying to decide who's should 3 left. I think. Or inside path. That or Grim. I can't remember how big Grim. Might have to do another. But you are here, so I feel like we should just do yours. Massive is good. End on a big. Turn that off for a sec so I can orient myself. But this will probably be our last base of the night, especially because it sounds like a pretty big one. Worlds with these massive build mounts. Large amount of items placed. It take a long time to load for some. Who'd have guessed? Is it one large base or do you have multiple bases? Flying zombie. Dude, yours takes longer to load than my world does. Kind of both. Should I start like the bottom of the bird bath? Or is it just up top? Wait, these ground 1 builds blew my mind. I have new expectations for building now. Yeah, that was sort of the it's hard to explain through type. I want to just start in the right spot. Should I like jump to the bottom or something? Holy cow, dude. All right, this is cool. I don't even know what we're looking at yet, and I find it very interesting. Ah, I found a way up. Okay. I got it. Got it. I just want to like walk up to the... Alright, so flying zombies base. Last one for the night. Here at the bird bath. Already some very interesting scene. Zip lines or teleporters should be good. Perfect. Yeah, just tell me where to go. So, built up on the bird bath. I don't think I've seen any bases built up here before. This is a really unique one. And the fact that you place these down in the water like this is super interesting. I did not know that it would allow you to build. There's something magical about this one for some reason. The lighting looks really... Got another area up here built down into the water. Great little lighting effects on stuff in water-cooled spinners. It really does. Feels that way. Got the red carpet all the way over in this area. Your teleporter area is super clean. This. No clue where. It's also why I love doing these completely blind, because I just love fumbling through them and just... Wait a second. Wait. Uh-oh. Take this? Up or down? That is the question. Center? What you got going up there? Well, that's real. There's 2 zip lines. Up. Get it. I forgot that they made this way faster, too. It's actually really nice. God, back when they first had it, going up these was so slow. Made it so much faster at one. What the heck did you build up here? That you have to go this high. It's kind of like the ultimate cliffhanger. When is it going to start loading in? What are we about to see? I can see that you cut down half of the world's grass. That alone is a project. Go blank with that. Oh, what? What are we loading into right now? Oh, a pyramid. Dude, it's so big it doesn't even load in all at once. What the heck? Holy cow, dude. What are you smoking to build this? What the heck? It's huge. Now I see why you cut down all the grass. Gosh, you guys are insane. Holy cow. Guessing. Down. What the freaking heck? I'm like literally standing in the base and I could see outside of it because it doesn't load in. You guys are insane. How do you... What in your brain said build this? This big? What? It literally doesn't load at all. This is insane. You weren't kidding when you said it's massive. The tower was an eyesore, so you just covered the whole thing. Holy cow. Crazy thing is we're completely surrounded right now. Honestly, I'm really sad that this doesn't load all in it. Crazy. Column design. The lamp. Well, the candles looks really nice. Yeah, you weren't kidding when you said it was massive. Huge. Sanity of you guys to even start a project that big. Blows my mind. I always start with like an idea, then it just keeps building. I've never thought I should build something this big before. Holy cow. And you have a boat. Queen and everything. Very nice. Very moody. It's so funny to see the top just like randomly render in. Like I forget that I'm inside a freaking pyramid right now. I think it's what's blowing my mind is that you're like, you can't even see everything in this build all at once. Pretending it's not there. Yeah, the game's like, this isn't possible. Shouldn't happen. They can't do this. Boat. Just made me want to delete my grounded 2 build, and I mean that the best way possible, right? That's the shock and awe, right? That's what we're going for. Kind of like a gondola. Literally, I cannot get over the fact that this doesn't render. Or absolute mad lad. And a small casino. Boat is giving me Viking style. Yeah, it definitely is. Mushroom. Also have out. Die. Fun. Mushrooms. So big. Blowing my mind at how freaking ridiculous. I say I'm not sure I've seen any builds this big before. What is this? This is insanity. At its finest. Absolutely ridiculous. We go like, I just can't even fathom. Did a bug just teleport? Thank you for the follow, Vakal. Welcome in. Having a great night. This is the casino design. That's like inside and outside at the same time. Wait. It's like Inception though, because it is inside. So it's like, you don't even have to build roofs because we are in a pyramid right now. So it's inside, and these have inside walls, but they're also kind of outside. But it technically is inside. The Luxor Hotel in the infected area is where they allow smoking, right? Love it. Plots on the back wall. Oh yeah, yep. Casino, very fun. You need to get Chap to build a casino in his. A builder's hall. This is assuming. 25 watching. Crazy. Don't forget to like the stream and subscribe. Yes. Yes, if you enjoy seeing ridiculous builds in Grounded and other survival games, definitely make sure you like the stream and like and subscribe to YouTube. Follow me on Twitch. We do this kind of stuff every single week. Tour Tuesdays, just showing off insane builds. Craziest of the crazy things you've ever seen in these games. What I love doing. Absolutely love seeing you guys build just ridiculous things that don't even make sense. Definitely needs to try a casino build. Yeah, that'd be very cool. I like that you built this inside this whole thing. This is cool. Really thought of building around this area, but total sense. Been lurking, but I smashed that like button to boost the algorithm. Thank you. Appreciate it. Really does help. Your reminder. Yes, welcome in, Knife, by the way. Go on. What else should I be looking at here as well? Oh, right. Guess what's right? I'm gonna stand still. Not gonna touch a button so you can type and I can stop changing it. It's like he said go right, and I'm like, I probably moved 5 times by the time you type that. We're looking at the casino from this angle, left or right. Zipline. Zipline. Yes. One cap Chap, yeah. Good old Chap. Okay, right. This one?
This is the best ever! Woohoo!
Welcome in, Frostbit, by the way. Great night. Black Ox. Tastes good on my... Oh, man. Oh, this is your builder's hall. Okay, okay. Very cool. This does look really nice with the lights from headlamps, too. How's the stream been? Sounds like I missed some amazing builds. It's been freaking sane. I was not expecting... I really enjoy the Grounded 2 stuff. It's been really fun. I was not expecting this stream for something I just kind of was like, well, we could show off some stuff in Grounded 1, I guess. Like, maybe some people would enjoy that. I was not expecting it to pop off this. Very fun. Between Arte Ross and Ludarav, Backwoods, now Flying Zombies, like, it's insane. So many died building your stuff. Yeah, if you didn't watch, go back to the beginning of the stream afterwards and rewatch. Like, this stuff has been ridiculous. You guys are absolutely insane. I mean, even this thing. Like, don't even count all the cool little builds you have in here. Just the fact that this freaking pyramid is the biggest thing I've ever seen built in this game before. I love it. See-Through was building a massive one, and like this, it doesn't even compare to this thing. This thing's ridiculous. Everything just encompassed by this massiveness. So crazy. Doesn't even half of it doesn't even look good. 9 foot 2 inches. When you say it like that, it makes it seem so small. But it's actually freaking insane. Absolutely insane. Can't even kill one shield bug. Gotta bring you into the... Well, that's why we have the emote. We build, not battle. Because, you know, you don't have to be good at fighting when you're good at building. Nice little bridge design as well. Should I go look at that? Peak, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I feel like I saw it. Now I have to go see it. This was woe mode in the beginning. Wow. Insane. I did play on woe mode for a while. I think I played my first like 500 days on woe mode, and then I finally was like, okay, I don't need to get destroyed. Rock farm. Kind of feels like a battle arena. I want this to be like a paintball arena or something. Yeah, watch your YouTube. I keep forgetting to follow on Twitch. Thank you. Glad to hear from you. To the stream. Now you know what name of. Wait until I change settings. Yeah. It's the grounded build of all time. If I say go back, yeah. Arte Ross's build is makes me feel inadequate as a one of the, I don't know how to say this to make myself not sound arrogant, stupid, but as a mega builder who I would say is quite skilled with an architectural degree and the build experience I have and the amount of hours I have in Grounded 1 and Grounded 2 combined now, and I'm like, it makes me feel inadequate seeing Arte Ross's design tonight. And I've seen it before, and it still was even crazier. It's nuts. Gas can. How many hours you got on Grounded? I personally, in the first one, my world has a little over 3,000 days. I think it's now, yeah, 3,000 hours in Grounded 1, and then another 400 or 500 in Grounded 2. Yeah, you're up there as well. Yeah, you're right about where I was. You know what is the pier? Is it? I heard that. Gas can. There. Just everything is dominated by this massive pyramid. It's insane. Small but simple. Sometimes the small but simple are some of the best. Big is great, but it doesn't always mean good. So turned. Ludarav stuff going on here. Very cool, man. Was that kind of everything? Feels like every time I think I'm done, there's another one. Did have zip lines. Destroyed. They take away the build limit in Grounded 2. They will. I think for right now in early access specifically, they're more worried about us not, because the builders in this game in Grounded 1 and Grounded 2, like, we will break the game. When I was on the Casually Grounded stream, I almost broke their whole stream setup, like with my one build. Like their Xboxes were like almost not able to even handle it at all. And that was just one build. So they know, they're very much, I've talked to the devs about Grounded 2 as well. I don't have a huge in. Don't make that sound worse or cooler than it is, but I have a semi-open chain of communication with Eric and Chris, just because they know me as a content creator now. And they are very adamant on the idea that they are working on building specifically for creating better experiences for builders in terms of grounded players. They know we're a big part of the community, and they see us. They appreciate what we do for the community and how much we break their game. So they've made it pretty clear that I think we're going to see some really cool stuff in terms of building in Grounded 2. And I would fully expect that the build limit is one of those things. But I think with how ridiculous all of us are, it's they have to limit us, or we're just going to break the game and it won't work properly because they haven't had time to do the stuff they need to do to fix the performance and stuff to get it to that level. But as you've seen tonight, I guarantee you we're at least getting the build limit that we have in Grounded 1. With the new engine and everything, like everything is going to get better and better. So we will definitely see improvements upon it. But I think they're limiting us for the moment being while they're trying to like fix and do a lot of interesting things. Yeah, they're really easy to talk to. They're awesome. Yeah, I expect with the winter update that we'll probably get a decent boost. I specifically reached out and had a few people in the community send their worlds that hit the build limit to the devs so they could specifically work on that as well. So I do know for a fact that they are working on increasing the build limit and figuring out what is causing performance issues, what's not allowing them to do that kind of stuff. So they have multiple worlds that have hit the build limits to study and work on to improve things for us in the future. And I know they're working on that one because Options, the moderator on the Grounded Discord, reached out to me specifically. Like he just randomly reached out and said, hey, could you get us saves that have hit the build limit so we can work on that? And I was like, deal. Say less. Well, honestly, Flying Zombies, that was, again, the insanity of you guys tonight is freaking ridiculous. I was not expecting to have this much fun hopping back into Grounded 1 after so long, especially with Grounded 2 out. But this was really fun to like get everyone in that builder's mindset, because I know when the winter update comes, we are going to be going ham on building with mushrooms. I'm assuming we're getting quite a bit of new tier 3 materials as well. My guess is we get crow feather roofs and all the different crow feather things. We'll get pine cones. I'm really hoping we get ash cement because we'll be able to get rust, and that's in the game. Mushroom 2.0, whatever that is. Like we're gonna see some really cool additions and stuff come the winter update. Now we got a month, little over a month probably, unfortunately, waiting for that to come. So we will be continuing the base tours. We have other 3, potentially 4 Grounded 1 builds, and we also have quite a few Grounded 2 builds to do as well. But really appreciate everyone letting me check these out. These were super fun. Really cool to hop back into Grounded 1 and just see the limits. Like, Grounded 2 is already really good, but now, like, looking backwards, we get to see, like, how ridiculous we could build things in the first game, and how I'm so excited about the future of Grounded 2. Like, we're going to get some insane stuff. We get new materials, new decorations, new build mechanics, new styling, all sorts of different things. So, it's going to be, I think we're going to be really happy as builders with Grounded 2 as we get more updates. It's going to be a long ride getting to the 1.0 release and whatever they end up doing in the long run. So it's going to take some patience, but it's going to be really cool. Very excited. I see the potential. So the devs that you can make can't get to legs in Grounded 2 because you cross that are made of rust. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that. My kids saw me build it and called me crazy, and now they watch this with me. So cool. Hey, I mean, it's crazy. Let them call you crazy. As I said it to Ludarav the other day, I called him crazy, but I'm like, but honestly, I use crazy as like an endearing term. It's an impressive, I'm impressed by what you've done, the scale, the ridiculousness of the idea in general. Like, that's what gets me excited. So if they call you crazy, more power to you. I've been called crazy a million times. No one understands why I do what I do, and That's all good with me. But yeah, thank you for letting me show it off. It was really cool. Do you know any build secrets in Grounded 2? Like, in terms of things like the devs have said and stuff? Or just like, what, like, it's something special that I do in the game or something? I think his builds are inspired by the Ludes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what do you mean secrets? Yeah, very cool build tonight, though. And Connie, I will be sending you that code here after stream as soon. But yeah, Ducky, you should also send in a bug report or something like that. It's like, send them images. That will get, for things like that, for issues in the game or things that aren't working, you should definitely send them bug reports. That's the best thing we can do, is just inundate them with hundreds of bug reports, because not enough people send in the bug reports from what I've heard. They can only fix things that they've been made aware of, and there's only, if people aren't telling them, it's hard. So you never know. And the more times they see it, if like 500 people say they're having the same issue, those will get priority. Making a Connolly. Yeah, I was gonna, after stream, I will look at what it is. We'll see. To figure out what it is. Like how you can put sap collectors on thatch roofs. That's hard. I'd have to think about it a little bit. Off the top of my head, I can't think of anything specific. But not sure. And yeah. I mean, that might be something specific that they're trying to do as well, Ducky. Who knows? Hard to say. Don't quite know what their plan is. Pretty big on secret builds. I mean, outside of, you can build inside the ranger stations. I know you can do that. Back in the day, you can add sap to fridges. Yeah, that was a good one too. Promise everything will have fully furnished interiors for my Grounded 2 Japanese castle build, as long as I don't hit build limit. Are you going to do Grounded 1 next week too? I don't know yet. If we get a few more, technically we only have like 3 left. Yeah, we only have 3 left for Grounded 1, so we'll kind of see. We're like right at the limit where we could do Grounded 2 next week. We got a few more submissions. So we have, what? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 for next week, so we could probably do Grounded 2 next week, and then we could throw in another Grounded 1 week as well, if we potentially get on there. We could do Grounded 2 next week, and then we could hop back into Grounded 1 if we don't have enough Grounded 2 bases again moving forward. But either way, we are going to show off the last 3 Grounded 1 bases at some point here. This was too fun. Way too fun. What's up, Tiny Pirate? How's it going? Yeah, if you think of off-grid, the off-grid stuff is kind of secret, but you could do that for a long time. Maybe not secret, just a lot harder to do, but hope you're doing well, Tiny Pirate. How's it going? Got a sick little build in 1 or 2 of the stations. Nice. Yeah, if you have some cool bases, Peak. We do Grounded 2 base tours, and Grounded 1 technically. But if you're not part of the Discord, make sure you join the Discord. And if you'd like your base reviewed in Grounded 1, or Grounded 2, sorry. The Grounded 1 stuff that we were showing off tonight is just like the most insane stuff we've seen, some of the craziest builds, the ridiculous scale of pyramids, like just some of the ridiculous things out there. The Grounded 2 stuff that we do is more of a review where I try to help people build better bases using my design background and stuff, try to come up with ideas, help them improve things, show off really cool stuff. It could be as long as it's not a literal grass square with nothing in it, I am happy to show it off on the Grounded 2 base reviews that we do every week. But as we were waiting for a few new submissions for Grounded 2 bases, I thought it'd be fun to jump back into Grounded 1 and just show off craziness was the goal tonight. But OG Grounded 1 Twitch streamer, Bolskunk has some sick builds. Wish you could see his stuff. Yeah, you're always welcome if they want to reach out. Yeah, if they they want to reach out, I'd be happy to show off some Grounded 1 stuff. We'll probably do Grounded 2 base reviews, kind of our standard base reviews where I grade bases and help people get better next week. But if we get a few more Grounded 1 stuff, we could definitely do another week of Grounded 1 builds as well. I'm just showing off cool. Love throwing some Grounded into the mix. Love it. The best, the good old Grounded. You're always lurking. We'll chat. Say hi. Say hi a little earlier, man. You're like right as we're leaving, you come and say hi. It's like I'm about to like call it a night. Love hearing from you. Although I will say, you always stream while I'm at work, so all I can do is lurk. In your streams, I'm never able to like actually chat or anything, or more rarely am I able to. So I do technically do the same thing to you. So I guess it's even. You Grounded 2 next week. Will I be going? What? Did you say you needed it? I know you said it now, but have you shared a new base with me in any recent time? Okay, Grounded 1 build with some unique builds and pretty. A show? Yeah. Feel free to message me on Discord if you're interested. Yeah, the whole goal of the Grounded 1 stuff was just have fun showing off craziness. Get people more excited about the future of Grounded 2. Yeah, anyone interested in Grounded 2 base reviews or just showing off cool stuff in Grounded 1, reach out to me on Discord. Just DM me, and I have a big, massive list of all the people in line and stuff. It's not finished? Yeah, that's okay sometimes. All right, Ducky, I'll put it this way. DM me. Saying things in stream will not get anywhere. I do not listen to chats. If you say, I want to do a base review, I need a message in Discord that says, this world, I need this reviewed. And that's what gets added on the list. The chat is where as soon as this chat's gone, my brain is off. Like I'm in a different world. And so it's impossible to remember everything because I'm like, I just pretty much go to bed after this. But yeah, if you want a base review, DM me on Discord. That's the only way I'm going to accurately get them added. Outside of that, everything else is space case. There's like 7,000 people chatting at the same time. So my ADHD can't handle it. Going to finish working on my Grounded 2 base. I'll send you a message when ready. Sounds good. Yeah, we'll be doing the base reviews for Grounded 2 for the foreseeable future. The only reason we're going to take breaks is if we don't have more than 4 or 5 for a week. Yeah, I fully expect that every Tuesday moving forward, continuing through early access and the 1.0 release of Grounded 2, we'll be doing base tours and base reviews. So, and it's pretty big. That's the goal. The bigger the better for the Grounded 1 stuff, since there's already been a lot of random tours and everything on multiple people's channels, my channel and stuff. So, just for fun though. Chronic lurker, love lurking while gaming. Yeah, that's typically what I do. It's funny now my gaming is all live streamed, but for the longest time, I just watched people building, and then I built at the same time, and I never chatted or anything. That's what she said. Yep. But I am going to call it here. It's been a long day. I got early day of work tomorrow, so I will call it for the evening and call it for the Grounded 1 reviews. Again, thank you to everyone who let me check these out tonight. They were so much fun checking these out. It was really, really cool to see all the cool ideas and builds that we haven't seen before, and even the ones we got to revisit a little bit. But we will be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time playing Enshrouded. For everyone here that's a builder interested in building games, survival crafting games, if you haven't seen Enshrouded, make sure to be back here 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. We have some insane builds going on in Enshrouded as well. It's been a really fun to just kind of shake it up and try some different games. I call Enshrouded the adult Minecraft. Very similar in terms of like blocks and building, but then a much more elevated style. A lot of really interesting build mechanics and stuff. But if you're interested in building games, watching someone do more mega builds and stuff, that's what we'll be doing tomorrow and Thursday as well, while we continue to wait for Grounded 2 updates. Playing Enshrouded right now is my favorite game. Yeah, I freaking love it. So I expect to see you here tomorrow then, Ebony, because we have some really cool... I'm having so much fun with the water mechanics and all the building in Enshrouded. It's been so freaking cool. I love building in that game. I love building in Grounded as well, but it's been really fun switching it up and stuff. So See-Through is a cool dude. Yeah, See-Through, actually, the reason everyone is here tonight is specifically because of See-Through. He's the one that told me after I did my original base tour with him from Grounded 1 that I should get in and try to do content. And that's, yeah, literally because of him we are here tonight. So huge shout out to my guy Tim. He's the best. But I'm going to call it here. Appreciate everyone hanging out tonight. We will catch you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Right. Have a great rest of your night, everyone. Peace.